Next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
FX's grotesquerie.
This killer is someone who knows anatomy.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Detective, you have an entire family murdered.
Niecy Nash Betts.
The monster is out here!
Courtney B. Vance.
God knows what darkness we let in.
And Travis Kelsey.
There's no future after this.
FX's grotesquerie. All new Wednesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Tuesday afternoon.
Eastern Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Tuesday. No live imagery today, which I know is really going to heartbreak everybody involved in this show. Yeah. But that's because we got the afternoon show live at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East L.A. on Olympic Boulevard this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Meanwhile, last night at SoFi, Mace was there to watch. Well, let's just say the Rams should have put Mace in. Maybe he could have figured out how to score a touchdown. Do we want to play the offensive highlights from last night? Yeah, that'll do it.
Josh Carty.
But play the defensive one, huh?
The Dolphins have 3rd down and 13 from their own 48. Rams coming after Tua with 4. He's got a pocket. Now he's hit. Jared first knocked it loose. It's on the deck at the 35. A strip
The Rams
sack.
got it.
And first has it. V8 doing it all. Says, I got your defensive rookie of the year right here. The sack, the strip, the recovery. Jared first. Have a night.
JB Long on the call. Rams stumble and lose on Monday Night Football. They are now 4-5, and Mace will tell us, don't worry, the Super Bowl is still possible. What will Johnny I say? Plus,
it's still possible.
The LA Kings lose in Calgary yesterday. They're still first in the Pacific Division. And USC women's basketball is going for 3-0 tonight against CSUN. We'll bring you that game starting at 6:45 p.m. tonight. Let's do it. Celebrating their 20th year at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Damn it.
So how bad was it in person? I watched every play on TV.
Worse than you can imagine.
Really? Did you never
It felt like
they were going to win it?
Never felt like they were going to win. They fell down 10-0. I was like, the way things are going, the way that offensive line is playing, they were an absolute mess. Matthew Stafford wasn't good, but also had no time all night long. I mean, he was 5 sacks and 5 quarterback hits. He was really under fire.
Am I also right to suggest, we've asked Sean about this a few times, and he has kind of come back at us with no, but I think they do have a red zone problem.
Of course they do.
They
kicked 5 field goals last night. That is a red zone problem.
Yeah, and like you pointed out, Kyron Williams was wide open on that one at the end of the game where they could have got it. But here's the good news for you.
What is it?
The division is so bad that they're not out of it.
Yeah, no, they're not out of it. They're not out of it. We were going through the schedule earlier. I mean, I think the schedule is somewhat manageable. They're 4-5 right now.
Well, their margin for error is gone by losing to teams like the Dolphins and the Bears.
If they lose to the Patriots, I do think it's over. I think they're 4-6, and then
I don't think
they're
you're
probably
wrong.
done.
But I don't think they're going to lose to the Patriots.
You got to win that New England game this week. That makes them 5-5. Eagles at home. Eagles are playing really, really well.
Yeah, but Sirianni could spin off the planet, and there you got a chance.
Let's call it a loss.
Okay,
you're 5-6.
Okay.
At Saints, you're 6-6. Home Bills, you're 6-7. At Niners, tough place. I'm giving them 6-8.
Okay.
Then you win the last 2. I think I'm off on numbers.
You're missing one game.
I'm missing one game. Saints,
your
Bills,
final
49ers, Jets. That's a Jets. So
you think 9-8 gets them in?
Now, I did a little research here, and last year all 9-8 teams made it.
Okay, good.
The year before, 2 9-8 teams missed, and the year before that, 2 9 and 8 teams miss. So it is by no means a guarantee, but you're scrapping and you're in the neighborhood of a playoff spot at 9 and 8. Hell, the way this division is, 9 and 8 could win the friggin' division.
Well, I remember one year 8 and 8 before they went to the 17th game did win it. And then Seattle, the team that went 8 and 8 that year, won a playoff game.
Right. And by the way, huge advantage. They get huge advantage.
If you win the division, by the way, I think you get a home game, even if your record's bad, because you won the division.
Is that right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Nice.
You'll be one of the top
four. But I mean, it's good that they've got the Niners and the Cardinals on the schedule.
Right.
Both of those games are going to be critical, but it's good that they have them both there because those are divisional games and a chance to potentially
And the Arizona
win
game's here, right?
Arizona game is here, yeah.
Yeah.
They close with 2 games at home, Cardinals and Seahawks. But there's some interesting – I mean, actually, the home schedule, if you're a Rams fan and you're going to games, the home schedule the rest of the way is actually really good. You got the Eagles.
The Eagles is a Sunday night game, right?
Right. You got the Bills. And then you've got the 2 division games, Cardinals and Seahawks. Those are the last 4 home games for the Rams. Last night was just – and I'll tell you the other thing. So I had did you play any sleeper last night, Brian?
I did, yes.
Yeah, I was on the Monday night game on sleeper. I needed an anytime touchdown from Kyron Williams, and I would have hit, and he was wide open.
I know. He was on my fantasy. I escaped and won my fantasy game anyway. But that had I needed that, I would have driven me nuts.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. We got a bunch going on today. Let's do coming back next. There's news from the Lakers about Anthony Davis. We'll get to that coming up next, and also. All these injuries in the NBA, does it mean we should officially get rid of back-to-backs? We'll get into that coming up next for you. In the meantime, let me tell you about Sleep. I just mentioned Sleeper. I've got a parlay going almost every night with Sleeper. It's the better way to play daily fantasy. It's my official fantasy app. You name the game, NFL, NBA, pick a player, then guess more or less. This is a killer app. Once you try it, you're never going back to the others. Last night, I just mentioned, almost hit on the Rams game. I had Devin Etienne, less than 1 touchdown. Cooper Kupp, more than 6.5 receptions. That hit. Tyreek Hill, under 79.5 receiving yards. That hit. And then the one that got me, Kyron Williams did not score, even when he was wide open. But, you don't win them all, but Sleeper is always fun. You can get action on all the games you watch so you can add to the excitement. And right now, download the Sleeper app. Use code 710, and they are going to double your money up to $1,500. Again, download the Sleeper app. Use code 710. They will match your deposit up to $1,500. Sleeper, the only daily fantasy sports app that I use, only one Brian Cohen uses. Do me a favor, download the Sleeper app. Thank me later. Sleeper, the better way to play daily fantasy. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum this Saturday as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. with the Trojan Tailgate Show. Kickoff from the Coliseum at 1 p.m. Saturday's game is presented by United Airlines, and you'll hear all the coverage on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070 a.m. So when we go to Lakers basketball on 710 around 3:30, hear the rest of the coverage on KNX 1070 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. That's this Saturday, USC Nebraska.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI to watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
You never expect a game-ending double play, walk-off grand slam in the World Series, or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star team you can call to pinch hit for you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000.
Don't get struck out by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation that you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team hit it out of the park for you.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Hey, pet parents. With Progressive's collision coverage, you get extra protection for your cat or dog, because there's nothing worse than seeing your pet hurt. Like when you see their face after accidentally stepping on their tail, and you say, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Pickles." But as you kiss his nose and rub his little belly welly, you know Mr. Pickles is thinking, "You betrayed me." Anywho, Progressive pays up to $1,000 in vet bills if your pet is injured in an auto accident. Learn more at Progressive.com and watch where you step. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Collision coverage subject to policy terms. Not available in all states.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget, after Mason and Ireland today, Sedano and Kap, producer Lindsay, Beto Duran, myself. We are live from the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard in L.A., East L.A., Boyle Heights, to celebrate all together. Come out, press the flesh with us, please. That's this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Right now, though, Mason and Ireland continues on your Tuesday afternoon.
Hey, it's NBA Cup time, and the place to experience watching the games like never before is Cosm, Los Angeles, right next to SoFi
and
in
you
Inglewood.
were right. Friday.
Friday is the start of the Cup, against San Antonio. That's what I thought. Hey, listen, use code ESPNLA for 20% off any NBA Cup event game at Cosm, Los Angeles. I'm telling you, it will blow your mind. I've seen Laker games there. They are spectacular in shared reality. This Friday, join Beto as he broadcasts live from Cosm for the pregame and postgame shows as the Lakers battle the Spurs in the opener of the NBA Cup. Hang out with Beto, win prizes, watch the purple and gold this Friday at Cosm, Los Angeles. So, we have birthday. We always get an email when somebody's having a birthday around here. And today it is Parker Bell.
Hey, let Parker love.
Started out as an intern, and now he's like one of our high-end MVP kind of players on social media and all that stuff. Tell me what this means.
Okay.
He was asked, and there's always a little questionnaire when you do your birthday. He was asked, what 3 words would you use to describe yourself? He said empathetic, very nice. Outgoing, he definitely is. And woo, W-O-O, in parentheses. Now, what the
There's a whole thing with the woo.
What is woo?
That's something that
is it
Ramona talks about.
That woo?
Ric Flair.
Is it Ric Flair? Is that where woo came from?
I think it's as Ramona talked about it, the woo sometimes.
No, that's woo-a.
Are you
that's
sure?
That's like spiritual, that kind of thing.
It's woo-a?
Woo-a, yeah, woo-a. Have you heard that term, woo-a?
No.
Yeah, it's like a spiritual sort of new agey religion kind of thing.
Get him.
Yeah, get him. I don't know what woo is. Find out.
So this just broke. The USC football program has been fined $50K.
Yes.
And placed on 1-year probation for 2022 and 2023 coaching violations.
Yes.
The thing they are guilty of is they had too many coaches.
Too many coaches.
Why would you cap a limit of coaches? If the school wants to pay 100 coaches, why not have them?
Here's the thing.
It's a private school. Let
It's
them
a
do
private
what they
school.
want.
I understand maybe at Boise State they can only afford 4 coaches and USC can afford 20. But so what? It's a professional sport for all intents and purposes.
Mace?
You should be able to have as many coaches as you want.
What have I been saying for 10 years? The NCAA is a bunch of incompetent boobs, and we no longer need them for anything. The conferences can hand down punishments.
Sure.
The conferences can maintain discipline. The NCAA is a joke. They have no enforcement. They've pretty much ruined college sports.
They have not. College sports is great. It would be difficult to ruin it.
Really? I'm a Pac-12 school guy. How's the Pac-12 doing?
They're in the Big Ten.
Yeah, but
honestly, that's better.
No, I miss the Pac-12.
Oh, I don't miss the Pac-12.
I don't think UCLA should have to go to Rutgers to play women's volleyball.
I think the Pac-12 is great. I think the Big Ten is great. I love the fact that USC's in the Big Ten, despite the fact that we're 4-5. As far as this goes, I heard them talking a little bit earlier. I don't know if you were here when we had this conversation, but the problem with so I'm really, really south on Lincoln Riley. I think their performance has been embarrassing and inexcusable this year. So I've said to a bunch of people, can we just get rid of him? And apparently there's a $91 million buyout.
Yeah,
that makes it very difficult. But somebody said to me, why don't they, instead of buying out Lincoln Riley, spend some money on players? They do not even have one of the top 15 NIL collectives in college football. And the teams that have big NIL collectives are all really, really good.
Yeah,
Why
Oregon apparently has a blank check.
Oregon's
and they're ranked
number one. Ohio State's number 2 in terms of NIL collective. Spend some money. I don't know who's running the NIL operation. I don't know if it's Lincoln Riley not getting along with them. I don't know if it's USC not having a general manager the way other schools have now gotten general managers. But there's got to be a way for USC to get better players like Oregon and Ohio State. And I guess the idea is keep Lincoln Riley, just get him better players.
Makes sense to me. If you're gonna have to spend $91 million, why not spend it on players? It's not like Lincoln Riley can't coach. He's in a down period, but he's won before. So let's see if he can figure it out. I think they're actually closer than you do. I think they're going to be good.
Well, if somebody were to write a check over there for a player, then maybe we would.
Yeah.
For example, I'm rooting for Jaden Maeve. I hope he plays really well against Nebraska and UCLA and Notre Dame, but I would have to see a lot from Jaden Maeve to say he's our quarterback for next year. Because I think they got to go out shopping for a big-time quarterback.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Let's say I'm the next Wayne Hughes. Wayne Hughes, who's passed away, was a huge USC donor. He started Public Storage.
Correct.
And I say to you, who's the AD over there now? Jen Cohen?
Jen Cohen.
I say, Jen.
I always want to call her Jen Wolcott.
Yeah.
Jen Cohen.
All right. Jen, here's $91 million. Mm-hmm. It's a donation.
Yep.
You can use it to buy out Lincoln Riley, or you can use it to buy players. What do you do with it?
Buy players.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So we're not that down on Lincoln Riley.
Yeah. I'd love to get rid of him, but we can't. So, right, Bergman? We can't get rid of him.
No,
so
you could, but it would cost you $91 million.
But when I look at the list of NIL collectives, the top ones, USC is not even in the top 15.
Right, which
how,
seems crazy because they're a private school that's loaded.
How could they possibly compete with Ohio State and Oregon and Tennessee? Tennessee's actually number 2.
Indiana's competing with all of those schools, and they don't have an NIL. But you can do it, but you just have to be a really good workaround. And by the way, that guy Kurt Cignetti is going to win Coach of the Year.
Oh yeah,
maybe Dion will get some votes
fantastic.
too. But that guy's 10-0 at Indiana.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Now, do they play for the conference championship or if
sure? They could.
They're leading the division, right?
Yeah. Well, they have no losses,
right?
And everybody else has. Well, Ohio
will
State's
they play Ohio
lost.
State or will they?
No, the Ducks are undefeated as well. So the Hoosiers and the Ducks are 1 and 2 in the conference.
So that would be the conference championship game.
I don't
for
know
the
how
season
the rules
today.
are. I don't know how the rules are in the Big 10 anymore now.
Or the new should be called the Big 14 or something.
Big 18.
18, yeah. Look. I think we're not going to see Lincoln Riley bought out, even though I'd like to get rid of him. I think we are going to hopefully see USC pull its, together, to its collective together to get some better players. They are getting players. They pick up a running back every year. This year is Woody Marks, who's been really good for them. So you can do that. But they got to go out and get a big-time quarterback during this offseason.
Oh, let me stop the show at this point to pay you a huge compliment.
Oh, God. What is it?
I listened to the Tim Matheson interview.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it. Loved it. It's one of my favorite ones you've ever done. Although I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, if you've never listened to the Culture Pop podcast, that's the one that Mace does with Sue Kalinsky. I just think you guys you were both of you were super prepared. Your questions were great. His answers were great.
Yeah.
Yet, I follow both of you on social.
Right.
And one of you sent out a clip that wasn't in the pod.
No.
So you sent out a clip that said something about Tim Matheson sleeping with 3 actresses in one day, including Kirstie Alley. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Did I get this completely wrong?
Completely wrong. I did not say that about Tim Matheson, and the clip isn't about him sleeping with 3 women.
So I have it wrong.
But he did date Kirstie Alley. So
did that
could
come up on the pod?
That did not come out on the pod.
Okay, so I thought I saw it, but
because it wasn't his book. It's based on his book. So, by the way,
I can't wait to read that book.
I read the book. It's terrific.
Yeah,
it's terrific. He's
but
had
that's
a
one
great
of my
career.
favorite. Now, has that gotten more downloads than the one you and I did?
It is.
Yeah, I can see why.
It's
really,
getting
really
better
good.
and better as we go. Like the numbers are going up.
Okay, so everybody should go listen to that.
Yeah, please
it's
do.
Really good. And by the way, as you send out podcasts to try and get sponsors and grow the pod, that's your pod. That's the one to send.
It's a good
to
one.
people.
Cool.
Yeah, really,
Thank you.
Really good one.
Thanks.
And I encourage everybody to listen to it. Okay, that's part 1. Greg, part 2.
Oh no.
Well, it could be an no. Someone sent me the clip Mason asked for yesterday.
That's the wrong clip.
I have it.
It is the clip
No,
that
no,
you're
no.
talking about. It was the one that they were
The
talking
actual
about
clip?
was when
or
it
is
was
it the Joel B clip?
No, this is an actual clip that we have never played.
Is it from Joel B? Because
No.
that one was a different day.
No. I have a feeling, so this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I have a feeling if we play this, it will set Mason off to the point that
Really?
Morales will get
Lost a
you've
friend?
lost a friend text.
Is it
It's that bad?
So here's what I'm going to do. Greg, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to have you listen to it, and you decide whether or not we should play it for Mason. I'm leaning no. Because I literally think Mason will go. It'll set him off, and he'll have a terrible show. But I'm going to come play. I'm going to come play it for you, and then you and Laura and Brian can all listen to it, and you guys be the decider of whether or not we should let Mason hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
But just to be clear, I laid out of all of those conversations.
You laying out is part of this clip.
As bad as it got, this is as bad as it was with Bergman.
All things must pass. The Mason and Ireland's.
Right, basically.
That's just in a couple years.
Couple years.
I mean, it could be in a couple years.
That's 2. A couple
No,
is
yeah,
2.
you're just trying to put us out to pasture. Everybody is. Don't worry about that.
Is.
All right, so
Okay, I want to hear this. Make it the wheel of questions.
Yes, you can have
I'm going to come. No, I'm going to come give it to Greg. The 3 of them will listen, and
Okay.
then the 3 of you. That's good. You're an odd number.
I knew there was something.
You can decide
I wanna
whether
know
or
what that
not.
something is.
I didn't think it was bad.
Whether or not we should play it for Mason. Okay. All right. So go to break. I'm going to go play it for them.
So real fast, I know what woo is.
What is woo?
Woo is winning others over. It's GKB language.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Winning
so
others
woo.
over. Yeah.
Good for him.
Oh,
Good for him.
It's
He's got woo.
It's GKB slang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. Coming up next, we'll find out if this clip is so awful that I shouldn't actually hear it. We'll do it coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
USC women's basketball is 2-0 and looking for 3-0 tonight at the Galen Center.
USC the rebound. Watkins up top. Steps into a triple. Bullseye! First triple of the day. First triple of the season.
USC host CSUN. Coverage begins at 6:45 p.m. tonight, right here on 710 a.m. and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Your home for USC athletics.
Hey, guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big, giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256 or visit AvnerGat.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGat.com. You call Avner Gat, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, Cappy, we got to talk about Prize Picks. You got me into this. I love it. I play it every single night in almost every single sport. And for those of you listening out there, it's very simple. There is a stat line for a particular player in one of those sports, and it's as simple as more or less. You pick more, you pick less on that stat line. You win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And it's the best way to get sports action in over 30 states, including right here in California.
So here's what you do. You download the Prize Picks app. You use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. You get that $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And right now, with baseball, football, basketball, soccer, and hockey going, now is a great time to play Prize Picks, George.
And again, Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. You can join over 10 million users and sign up today. Man, it's amazing. You can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes once you win.
And you're going to win. And by the way, if you don't win, don't blame me, okay? Because you're better at it than I am. Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CAPPY. Make that $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Prize Picks. Run your game.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises, too.
I'm
still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Attention football fans, the season's heating up, and that means it's time for jaw-dropping plays, spectacular touchdowns, and memories that'll last a lifetime. So if you're looking to grab the best seats for all the excitement, Vivid Seats is your go-to playmaker. With an incredible selection of tickets and a game-changing rewards program, Vivid Seats is your ticket to every thrilling moment. Don't miss out. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
I wonder what popped up.
Well, guys, I did take a listen to that video.
Okay, just explain.
So
if you're
all
just
three
tuning
of you,
in.
Okay, so all three. So Mason yesterday came in the air and said people were reaching out to him saying that I can't believe Morales lit you up like that. And Mason said, lit me up like what? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
And you said, somebody send me the clip. Well, Radio Michael fan found the clip, and he was nervous about sending it out publicly. So he DM'd it.
Really?
He DM'd it to me. And I just played it for Greg, Laura, and Brian. Brian, did the link I send you work? It didn't work.
It didn't work. Okay.
All right. So
I am reaching out to Radio Michael to see if he can send it to Brian.
Okay, so you heard the clip. I guess the question is,
should we play it?
Should we
for
play
you?
it? For
should,
me.
Should you be able to hear it?
Brian Cohen, you heard it. What do you think?
Yeah, I honestly don't think it was that bad.
You don't think it was that bad?
I think it was a normal Morales.
Is it going to piss me off?
It might tick you off a little bit, but
just a little.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Bergman, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's what he normally does on any other show.
So you think it's not a big deal?
It's his normal shtick.
So I may have oversold this.
Is it going to set me off?
I think it could set you off because you get set off. But I don't think that this one was any more out of the norm than anything else he said.
Okay, Laura, what do you think?
I'm very glad it was not anything said on this show.
Oh, so was this said on the afternoon show?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
So there's that, and I don't think it was that bad. I think it's like I think they've said worse things.
Oh, okay. So maybe I oversold it.
Yeah, maybe.
But now I want you to hear it.
Well, now I definitely want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Well,
So we're gonna work
it sounds
this
like
out.
it's not. Well, It will probably set me off.
So then, do you not want to hear it?
No,
Because
I
you want to have a
definitely
good show
wanna-
the rest of the way.
I definitely want to hear it.
Well, you obviously you do because you texted me the day after it happened.
Well, yeah,
Last
because
week.
I got tweets saying they really how does
Why
it
do you
say?
listen
They
to Twitter?
unloaded on me, and this should have been kept in house. And if it was a bit, it was a poor choice.
Well,
So one random dude on Twitter. Why are you listening to Twitter?
It's Gregory L. Ewing.
Gregory's a great.
It's a great
great
name.
follow.
He's a great guy.
It's a great name.
Great
Yeah.
follow. Great listener. Also, even though I don't think it was bad. I also think worse things have been said.
Oh, nice.
But
that's encouraging.
No, but because you have texted Morales before you've lost a friend, right?
I did. That was
so that's what
but
I'm
that
saying.
was years ago.
Right. So
Oh, that was
that's
to Sedano.
Oh.
No,
to both.
It was to both.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
Sedano
saying. But
and-
I do think because Mason is like antsy about what was said, maybe it can, because he's like, oh.
You're already hyped up.
Yeah, you're hyped up. But I'm getting it now because
Okay,
Radio
get it
Michael
now.
said he's emailing it to me.
All right.
Okay, good.
So I wanted to last night. I have football buddies at SoFi. People I see every week, and I don't necessarily know. So last night I'm talking to my football buddy Matt, and it turns out he is the showrunner of American Dad, which has been out about 20 years.
Okay.
Really like that show. By the
Do
way.
you like that
Yeah,
show?
Who's in it?
It's very.
It was started by him and Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
And it's still going after all these years. His name is Matt Weitzman, great guy.
And
Wears
he's a
his
Rams season ticket holder like you?
Yep, and he's just right across the aisle from me. See him every single game. It's interesting when you're a season ticket holder because you see the same people all the time.
Oh, let's did I interrupt your story? I wanted to
No,
pay
no,
off
go
a
ahead.
tease you had.
Yeah, pay it off.
Here's the Anthony Davis news.
Yes.
He has spoken to the media at practice. We may be able to turn some of this around. Anthony or Graham or one of you guys. Trudell and others are starting to tweet it out. He says he is 100% playing tomorrow.
Nice.
That his eyes a little beat up, and he says he will not wear goggles. He will not do the James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goggles.
Okay, he won't do that.
I can understand that. If it screws up his shot, we don't want him to do it. But Worthy told me that it was his coaches that noticed after he got whacked in the eye a few times, that he was getting tentative when he drove inside. Like he was turning his head away or he was looking down, and they said, you're not going to be able to be your usual self unless you go in there 100%. So Gary Vitti made him those glasses.
Yep.
And then after that, he felt like Superman. He just flew inside if he couldn't get poked in the eye anymore.
Right.
So I wish.
But it would affect. I mean, it's a huge change to play your
100%.
entire career without goggles and then all of a sudden put them on.
And I think I remember AD telling me that he wore glasses in high school.
Okay.
And so he had some made so he could play basketball in them, and he said that they messed him up. So I don't think I think he knows how he reacts to goggles, and he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So he says he's not going to wear them.
They're going to play tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
And probably no John Morant.
Right, and it's Memphis tomorrow, and then Friday at San Antonio.
Well, two-day road trip back-to-back. Now, you brought this up, too.
Yeah.
So we have a back-to-back Friday and Saturday.
Right.
Friday, we play in San Antonio. That's the first game of the in-season tournament. And then Saturday, we play in New Orleans.
Right.
With no Zion.
Okay.
You brought up earlier, and I've been emailing you about this for a couple of days.
Yes.
The massive amount of injuries that have hit star players in the NBA, whether it be, and some of these guys are either coming back or already back, whether it be Paul George or Joel Embiid or John Morant or Zion Williamson or Chet Holmgren.
Or Scotty Barnes, or the list goes
Kevin
on
Durant
and on. Kevin
now,
KD,
out
yeah.
for a couple of weeks. It seems to me that it would be easy to get rid of back-to-backs. Simply start the season earlier.
Right.
Start the season 2 weeks earlier. Lose half the preseason games.
Yep.
And I think you'll protect some of your stars. The blowback I get when I bring this up to NBA people is, how are you going to reimburse the money from the preseason games you're canceling?
Right.
And also, a lot of these teams share arenas. Like, for example, Crypto, the Lakers share it with the LA Kings. And so he goes, that's part of the factor, too. You need available dates in all these arenas, and it's just not as simple as you're making it. But I think a smart guy or a smart woman could figure this out.
I think that back-to-backs, I don't think they have to do with injuries like this. An injury is just a fluky thing, right? It's something you can't control.
What Greg Popovich would say if he was here is, we've studied this. Our medical people have studied it, and they've told us to keep players out of back-to-backs if we want to preserve them from injury. So who should I trust, our doctors or Steve Mason?
Steve Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to fly.
No, there's fluky stuff. An injury. Like, for example, AD poked in the eye.
Yeah.
That could have been the first night of a back-to-back. Could have been the second night of a back-to-back. Could have happened anywhere. Had nothing to do with Zion. What's the injury with Zion? It's
it's always something new.
It's something new.
Yeah.
But whatever that was, it could have happened the first night of a back-to-back. Could have happened in the second night of a back-to-back. I think that the whole don't play the second night of a back-to-back is about it's about energy, it's about miles, it's about
quality of the product.
Right. And so I agree with you. The plan seems to make a lot of sense. And by the way, if you're making more money in the NBA Cup, maybe you don't have to make as much on the preseason.
Right.
There are other ways to deal with this. But I would love to see him get rid of back-to-backs. But I think that injuries are fluky and can happen at any time.
All right, so Kevin Durant has a left calf strain, will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Some of these other guys, Zion looks like he's going to be out 2 weeks.
Chet Holmgren, cracked pelvis. He's
8
gone
to 10
weeks, yeah.
Ja Morant out indefinitely. I mean, it's just the people were paying. The Pelicans just lost Jose Alvarado for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And Alvarado has a hamstring strain. So it seems like hamstrings, that's what Ja's out with.
Yep.
It seems like the stress we're putting on these guys is affecting them. And because of that, I think they've got to do something. They just can't keep going down this road. But let's see if they do.
Let me throw you one more nugget. So there's been something going on. Like, after Jonas Valanciunas signed with Washington, and he signed a 3-year contract with the Wizards.
Right.
Brian Windhorst was on the Get Up in the morning, and he did the fingers and said, keep an eye on Jonas Valanciunas and the Lakers. So this is courtesy of who was the original writer of this?
You got to click on the email.
It looks like Silver Screen and Roll.
They aggregated
it.
Report, Lakers have Jonas Valanciunas, Brook Lopez on internal board as trade targets. Both of those guys make a lot of sense for the Lakers.
I'd actually rather have Lopez and Valanciunas.
Well, he gives you some pop. He can shoot threes, too.
Yeah. And a former Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
Which
Does
is really
age matter for you in that situation?
What are their ages?
Well, Brook
I think
Lopez
they're
is
about
in the late 30s.
Well, yeah, but I don't think Valanciunas is a spring chicken. He was in Toronto a lot of years, and then he went to New Orleans, and I think they're both in their 30s. But the question, I think
He's been around since 2011.
You can. Jonas has?
Yes.
Well, so he probably started young because he's a Euro. So I'm going to say he's probably 33, 34, and I think Lopez, you're right, Greg, is probably 36.
Yeah, Lopez has been around for a long. Has been here before too.
32 for Valanciunas.
Okay, and then how old's Lopez?
I think he is 36.
And remember, Lopez was here before,
right,
and was good.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
And so
36.
36.
About to be 37.
Because he's that age, you might not have to give up the farm for him.
For Brook Lopez?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Maybe you only have to give up one pick and send money back.
Yeah.
Send him some guy with a big contract that's sitting on the bench.
You know what? I still like that. I still like that proposal, and I don't know where it came from.
Mark Stein, NBA insider Mark Stein.
Good. That guy's solid.
He's great. So there was a report a couple of weeks ago that the Lakers had been in a discussion with Utah over Walker Kessler, who's a young big.
Yeah, I think he's like 24. So Danny Ainge is going to ask for the moon there.
And there was this idea that the Lakers would acquire Jordan Clarkson and Walker Kessler from Utah. And that solves a couple of problems, that particular deal. And I don't know how far they got, all that stuff. But gives you a young big who potentially can grow with you. And it gives you a guy who can who's a great sixth man who will give you pop off the bench. To me, that did make sense. I have no idea where they were in that, how far they got, if it's still on the table, any of that stuff. But if you added Walker Kessler and Jordan Clarkson to this team, it would be greatly improved.
Walker Kessler is somewhat unproven. You know what you're getting with Brook Lopez and Jonas Valanciunas. Walker Kessler is having trouble cracking the lineup in Utah.
Right.
We play them next week, and I'll see our buddy David Locke. And Locke knows more about, he's like a walking NBA computer.
Right.
He'll have an opinion on this, and I'll ask him what he thinks. But the thing I worry about with this particular trade you brought up is that Danny Ainge just doesn't lose trades.
Right.
And so he's going to ask for the moon. And if you don't give it to him, he'll just take it somewhere else.
By the way, here's Walker Kessler, who's 23. His numbers this year, he's playing 26 minutes a game.
It's more than I thought.
9 points, 11 rebounds, three blocks per game.
Okay, so what you always do when you hit all the key numbers there, I don't even know if you knew you did it, but you say he's playing 26 minutes a game?
26 minutes, 9
And
points,
okay.
11 blocks.
So
11 rebounds and 3
You've
blocks.
heard of per 36 stats,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
His per 36 stats would be excellent because that assumes that he would play an additional 9 minutes.
Right.
And that means he'd be getting 15 to 16 rebounds,
Yeah.
which would be competing for the rebounding title, and probably score 13, 14 points a
Right.
game. And by the way, it would allow Anthony Davis to play the 4, which would be the case with any of these 3 guys, with Walker Kessler, with Brook Lopez, or with Jonas Valanciunas. That's the perk you get, is
Right.
AD no longer has to guard Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, by the way, his per 36, which I found, is 13 points, 15 rebounds,
come on.
4 blocks.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you need.
Yeah, he's perfect.
But, okay, so you be Rob Pelinka, and
Okay.
I'll be Danny Ainge.
All right.
All right, so you're calling me.
Hey, what's up, Danny?
I'm great, Rob. How are you?
Let's make a deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Who do you want?
We're interested in Walker Kessler, who I
Great
know
player.
you've been
Yeah.
shopping
Love
around
him.
a little
Love
bit, and Jordan Clarkson, who's coming off your bench and is a really nice player.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking we send you. I'm trying to think how you match the salary. This isn't a big salary number.
I got you.
Okay. So I suggest that we trade you Max Christie and 2 number 1s.
Here's my counter.
Mm-hmm.
I want Austin Reeves and 2 number 1s.
Sorry. Get
Okay.
off the phone.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. You really think he thinks he could get Austin Reeves?
I don't know if he thinks it, but that's how he operates.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
that would be a hang-up.
Correct.
We're not trading Austin
Correct.
Reeves. Sorry, Danny.
But Danny will go.
It's 2 number 1s, man.
Yeah, and
It's
but
2
you know
number
what, you know what
1s.
Danny will do? He'll go, Oklahoma City has 12 number 1 picks. I'll trade him there. And then you got to deal with
By the
Kessler
way,
and OKC.
Good luck. It's wide open there. They don't have Hartenstein and they don't have Chet Holmgren right now. You
Right.
should trade a big to Oklahoma
That's
City.
what I'm going to do. Thanks for calling.
We'll see if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back to me when that doesn't work
But see,
out.
this is the dance. We're
Right.
doing it right now.
Right.
And so Danny Ainge is not likely to see what you offered there was kind of a, we don't know yet what Max is going to be.
Yeah, but
we know what Austin is.
Sure, exactly. And I think what I was trying to do is the number 1s are what he's going to be most interested in.
Yeah, we're not arguing over the picks.
Right.
I'll give you the picks.
Yeah. It's the player. And I think Max Christie would be enough to match and all that stuff. I don't.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Since we're talking.
Sure. Danny.
What's Larry Markkinen do for you?
We like Larry Markkinen a lot.
Well, what would you give me for him?
I'd give you. I'm not. I don't think he makes sense for the Lakers.
So you no longer want him?
No.
Okay.
Do you think he? I don't think he's not. He does.
I think he's too expensive.
He's not the answer for the Lakers. Need a big and bench scoring.
I agree.
So I don't think.
But this is how these trades start.
Right.
You start in one place and then you're just
They
talking.
start on Mason and Ireland, and then they wind
Right.
up at the Lakers' offices.
And remember,
then Rob's
in
calling
the-
around saying, "Hey, I heard this on the radio. This is a good idea."
In the case of a lot of these guys we're talking about, some of them even on the Lakers, anybody who's signed, like for example Max Christie, for example Jonas Valanciunas,
yep.
Anybody who signed this past offseason can't be traded until December 15th.
Got
so
it.
we're a little premature here.
Yeah. But keep an eye on it. Everybody says. Mark Stein says. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. By the way, you've lost radio graffiti, sports graffiti privileges for this week. It really sucked last week. We didn't get good stuff, so we'll give it another shot on Monday, but it's banned. It's done for this week.
Banned.
Banned.
Like Mocha Joe.
Exactly.
Somebody had a good suggestion. What if we just did it on Fridays?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. What do you think?
From now on, just Fridays?
Well, we'll try it on
we're
Friday.
just throwing out ideas.
Yeah, we can try it out.
Okay.
But this week, nothing.
No, people
Nothing
were,
else.
This week is banned, period.
people were saying that they felt like it was too much of a Q&A like Friday, like last Friday.
That Mason and I are talking
Yeah.
too much. They just want us to let them rent.
It's our talk show. We're allowed to talk. There's some guy that complains that I talk too much. I'm like, it's a talk show.
What do you think we're getting paid for?
And my name is on it. All right, time for the afternoon show to hit the streets of East L.A. today for a live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Kap, producer Lindsay Morales, they're doing their thing live from 3 to 6 p.m. with Lakers tickets and Kings tickets and USC tickets, thanks to our friends at Stella Rosa. Live broadcast today from 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East L.A. Laura, were you able to secure that clip? Not yet?
Yes, sir.
You do have it?
Yes, we got it.
Okay, we'll play the clip that's supposed to really piss me off next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you are hiring, you probably know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. That's almost 2.5 months. You don't have to wait 2.5 months. Use ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Or, as Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, says, they don't leave anything to chance. So go to that exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron end-to-end slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy!
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
FX's English teacher. Every single one of these essays is so bad.
An F? What is this?
With grades like this, I'm gonna have to hit the corner, sir.
From executive producers of What We Do in the Shadows. Who's running the school? Is it us or is it them?
Them.
Go sit next to Tiffany.
She told me it was offensive to learn Mandarin because you're not Japanese.
FX's English teacher is now streaming on Hulu. All new Mondays on FX.
With the season in full swing, stay up to date with Lakers emails sent straight to your inbox. Each email offers something different. Lakers pregame emails get you game day essentials before tip-off, from projected starters to game times, while Lakers weekly emails gives you exclusive Lakers content created especially for subscribers. Never miss a minute of the action by signing up now at lakers.com/emails. That's lakers.com/emails.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget, after Mason and Ireland today, Sedano and Kap, producer Lindsay, Beto Duran, myself. We are live from the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard in L.A., East L.A., Boyle Heights, to celebrate all together. Come out, press the flesh with us, please. That's this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Right now, though, Mason and Ireland continues on your Tuesday afternoon.
So, Rams lose last night. Terrible game. I was absolutely disgusted by what I saw. The offensive line, even though they got Steve Avila and Jonah Jackson back. Jonah Jackson was terrible at center. Matthew Stafford never knew the ball was coming on snaps last night. He was sacked 4 times, had 5 quarterback hits, didn't have much of a chance. Wasn't good anyway, but also didn't have much of a chance. The defense was very good. Jared Verse, another really good night, recovered a fumble. Christian Rosemoon had a big interception. It was the defense was good. They did enough for them to win. The offense was absolutely lame. 5 field goals and no red zone offense to speak of.
And I was surprised. You know, I was dead wrong about that being a high-scoring game. The Rams didn't even get a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that was just that the Dolphins played good defense, exploiting the Rams' weaknesses, or if the Rams just stunk.
The Rams stunk. I'll tell you, I put a lot of it on the Rams. They stunk. All right, so we apparently let me set this whole thing up. So after last Monday and Tuesday, I was off. By the way, after having done 50 consecutive shows, and then took 2 days off. And I got a tweet while I was away saying this: I haven't tuned into 710 ESPN Los Angeles in a while, but I just turned it on, and they unloaded on Venice Mace. That should have been kept in-house, and if it was a bit, it was a poor choice. So that immediately made me think,
what the hell did they say?
What did they say about me on Live Imaging Tuesday?
So Radio Michael fan, one of our loyal listeners, ran it down.
Should be Listener of the Year, by the way, Radio Michael fan.
And sent it to me privately in a DM because he said, I think this will set Mason off if it goes public.
Oh, boy.
And then my eyes flew up, and I said, set Mason off. That could be good or bad.
Yeah.
Now, Greg, you listen to it. You do not think this is going to set Mason off.
I mean, Mason can get it set off at any point, but I don't think this is anything out of the ordinary from Morales.
So this, Brian, you got it, right? This runs about 2 minutes?
2 minutes,
right?
yeah.
Okay, go.
You're ripping Mason in Ireland today. What happened?
I saw Mason today, and it made my stomach turn. Oh, come on. And I'm so sick of him. Really? And there's this shtick. Really? What's the shtick? Then he was in one of my offices in my way earlier. I need to look at something, and he's prepping in there. Why did he come to the meeting that I came to today? Exactly. You know, they care about the.
Was he in the video?
No. He was in the video. He was in the video. I was at the meeting. He was in the video. But it wasn't.
Wait, so who was it? So Cappy was the only one not in the video?
No. Travis, Mace, and you were in the video. Right. But I was the only one in the meeting. But, you know, we have to prove to everybody at GKB that we cater to that audience, the older audience, with Mason's picture there, the senior citizens.
Remember when I worked on their show and I wasn't allowed to mention that they were old and you yelled at me for it?
The Muppet Show thing. They didn't like that.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. I mean, they used to hate. I used to do that all the time to them. And John actually didn't care. Mason was the one that.
John doesn't care.
Mason was the one that would go nuts when I would say
that. And I'm just giving him a hard time. He's okay now. They haven't been together in a while. There was
no, Mason is a lot more chill.
Well, no, here's the thing. They put on a caller today that goes, hey, you know, I just want to say the show's better when it's Mason in Ireland. And Mace goes, you're absolutely right. You guys are the ones taking time off. It's not. And Mason looked at, proclaimed it's some military general somewhere that said, It's not Mason in Ireland without Mason in Ireland. Right. That's what they said. It's like, then stop taking so much time off. John's on the road working, but Mace, you took 2 days off for what?
What did he take him off for? Did something happen?
Time off since August. Come on, really? It was management.
I mean, I'm doing shows from the shower, and these guys can't come in to do.
Sounds like he's in the
can't
shower.
do a radio
Great
show.
point.
So that's what annoyed me. That's what annoyed me. It's fine. Take all the. Listen, they have been on for 20 years. They are the heartbeat. I like Greg's just put his feet back. Greg is going to have nothing to do with this because if he says anything, he'll get reamed tomorrow. They are the heart and soul of this radio station. No doubt.
They are.
Heart and soul guys, George. But don't sit there and play to your audience. Yeah, you're right. Mason and Ireland's better when it's together. That's your choice, not our choice.
No, it's not true, first of all, because Ireland's gone for, approximately 30 or 40% of the season, whatever it is, so I'm doing the show every day. So let me just say, I heard Lindsay jump in there. Lindsay is such a pain in the ass. She was one of the. Honestly, she and I did not get along at all. This is the truth. That's why she's gone. She got sent to afternoons, and she should be sent to Cleveland. Who's next? Who's next?
So, Greg, it did set him off a little bit. I want you to know, Bergman, I gave you the opportunity.
And by the way, all three of us thought it wasn't anything out of the ordinary.
It's Sedano and Kap. It's never Sedano and Kap. They're never both there. It is rare when both of those guys are actually on the show together.
It's probably about the same now. George has gone about as much as I am now.
And Cappy's at Father's Weekend or whatever the
Bergman, do you regret your decision to allow him to hear it?
He was going to find a chance to watch it no matter what.
No, I wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I brought it up.
Right, no, I know. But
Once
you knew about it, you were going to get it and watch it. So no matter what, whether it was now or later on. Now we get it on the radio.
Should we have waited till after the show to show it to
Absolutely
him?
not. No.
No, absolutely not.
A fired up Mace is a good Mace.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis.
Why is that lard ass not doing live imaging Tuesday?
He's going to Ramirez Liquor.
They have a remote today.
Oh, okay. Good.
But has he lost a friend?
He honestly, I don't consider us to be friends.
He has lost a friend.
But be honest, was that anything out of the ordinary of his normal shtick?
It was a little past beyond the pale.
I mean,
I don't appreciate Lindsay jumping in there at all.
She was just mentioning something that happened in
She's
the past.
too young and too Cleveland for this job. Go home.
Well, if we send her home, she may be home for the NBA parade.
That's true.
They might win the whole thing.
Just like when I was on the show, I'm going to put my feet up and I'm going to step back.
Good. Good. I don't care.
I told you this would happen.
Why don't you
listen to me?
Because he's fired up now, and it's good.
Yeah, is it? We got to do another 2 hours.
He's going to be great for
the
this. He's going to be the best 2 hours he's ever done.
And another thing.
And I'm dead serious about this. Since we're truth-telling today.
Yes.
I want these effing clocks fixed.
Okay, we are working on the clocks. We are working on the clocks. Please don't go I'm happy with the clocks.
No, listen.
There's so many issues with the clocks.
Listen to me. If I agree to pay for it, will you get these fixed today?
No, they cannot be fixed today. They need to be sent back. We need to get new ones. We are going through. We have so many people working on these clocks. It's not just something that's been like, oh, well, they're fine. No, we're actually working on the clocks.
Okay,
it is taking
because according to your brilliant atomic clock, it is exactly 11 a.m. right now,
it's 11. It's 11 p.m.
It's 11 p.m.
Oh, is it? And it's 1:14.
You don't know military time, Ireland? Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, his says literally it's 12 hours ahead. Ours is 12 hours.
But I will say,
Brian, what does your clock say right now? The big
11
clock.
Yeah, 11 p.m.
11:00:22.
Yeah, and yours is 11 a.m.
You're making progress, Craig, because 2 days ago that clock where you are was different than the clock where I am.
Yeah, you matched the clocks in the two studios.
Oh, they match
moving
now.
in the right direction, but get the frickin' clocks fixed.
What clock? What does your clock say?
11:00:38.
Oh no, we are different. We are totally
no, we
different.
are
Totally
PM.
We have 23:00:45.
We're PM. We're 11 p.m. You're AM.
No, okay. The clocks are being worked on. This is an active thing. It's not just being like, oh, it's fine.
Well,
we can
how
get
long
through
does it take to fix a freaking clock?
You just
because
reset
you
it.
can't actually. Okay, you really want to know what's going on?
Yes.
First of all, so these clocks are worked on through Windows XP from 2011. These clocks are so old that you can't actually connect them to a computer that has
the clock down, but
it'll come right off.
It doesn't even. You can't even get it on the Windows computers you have now. You have to go back to a computer that's old just to even try and get into the mainframe.
I might have
this
an
is what you
XP.
wanted. You wanted me to tell you what's going on.
Yes, this place is going to hell in a handbasket.
It's being worked on by Al Salsi. He's being doing everything he can. We are working on.
I might have an XP computer.
Hey, give it to Al Salsi.
There you go.
Hey, but before we in the same Travis D'Arnaud, do we like him?
I don't think I know. Is it
Travis
D'Arnaud?
Yeah.
Travis D'Arnaud?
The catcher.
The catcher, yeah.
Yeah, Angels just signed him.
Oh, did they?
2 years, $12 million.
Yeah,
He's
no.
36.
Yeah, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he played for the Mets and the Braves more recently,
Yeah,
right?
Braves, I remember him well. All right, tell you what, coming up next for you, why don't we do
He was
this?
a Dodger for a moment too.
Say that one more time.
He was a Dodger for a moment too. Travis D'Arnaud.
Oh, that's right, he was.
Well,
He
he's
was.
from Long Beach.
Yeah.
All right, coming off next, Micah Parsons of the Cowboys popped off on Mike McCarthy Sunday. Who's he popping off on now? And how long will Mason and Ireland continue? It's a good question.
Well, based on this segment, maybe another day.
Yeah, maybe we'll make it. Maybe we won't. Hey, in the meantime, I love my car. So I partnered up with the Southern California Hyundai dealers last year, actually. And the first thing I said was, let me test drive all the cars. So I drove the Tucson, I drove the Santa Fe, I drove the Palisade, which is great. I drove the all-electric Ioniq for a couple of days. It is spectacular. The EV range is unbelievable on it. And the Elantra hybrid, the Elantra is what I wound up in, and I absolutely love it. And with Hyundai, you'll find a deal to celebrate way past this season. Every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Make your next getaway your best one yet. Visit HyundaiUSA.com, or even better, see your nearest SoCal Hyundai dealer today and test drive your next Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum this Saturday as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. with the Trojan Tailgate Show. Kickoff from the Coliseum at 1 p.m. Saturday's game is presented by United Airlines, and you'll hear all the coverage on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070 a.m. So when we go to Lakers basketball on 710 around 3:30, hear the rest of the coverage on KNX 1070 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. That's this Saturday, USC Nebraska.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Want to have more fun watching the NBA? Play Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. Points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. Sleeper has a special offer for NBA tip-off. Your first deposit will be matched 100% up to $1,500. Use code 710, and your first deposit up to $1,500 will be matched. That's code 710. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it is NBA Cup time, and the place to experience watching the games like never before is Cosm, Los Angeles. It is right next to SoFi in Inglewood. You've heard me describe it. It is like, I saw a Laker game there. It's like being courtside. It really is. It's shared reality. And right now you can use code ESPNLA for 20% off any NBA Cup event at Cosm LA. And this Friday, join Beto as he broadcasts live from Cosm for the pregame and postgame shows as the Lakers battle the Spurs in their NBA Cup matchup. Hang with Beto, win prizes, watch the purple and gold this Friday at Cosm, Los Angeles. So Ireland... Micah Parsons of the Cowboys has been in the news all week long. I guess it's only Tuesday, but...
Well, I mean, it was from what he said after the game on Sunday.
Right. He kind of threw Mike McCarthy under the bus. And he was called out by a bunch of different people, especially on ESPN. I mean, who was on there?
Well, the two biggest critics of Micah Parsons that day were Damian Woody and
Damian
Rex
Woody.
Ryan.
Right.
And they both felt... and I kind of agreed with him, that he just did a huge disservice to Mike. You know, Mike McCarthy probably is dead man walking.
Yeah, he is. He's on the Green Mile.
But he still works there, and he's still putting in tons of hours.
Sure.
And to unnecessarily beat him up post-game seemed kind of unnecessary by Micah Parsons. But Micah Parsons has his own podcast, as a lot of athletes do, and he feels that Ryan and...
Damian
Woody were way out of bounds, and he said so yesterday.
We all have to see through the BS of what these TV analysts are trying to do and, you know, provide us and basically take words. I never once threw or even intended to throw Mike McCarthy under the bus. Like I said, he's one of the most winningest coach. He is a Super Bowl champ. I never once brung up his past. And the question that was asked was, about here in the Dallas Cowboys, did I see Mike McCarthy in our future? And I said, that's above my pay grade. So never once did I ever intended or wanted to reflect on Mike McCarthy's career because I always knew it was a good one. I've always had a great relationship with Mike McCarthy, and I never even put that in question. And for a guy like Rex Ryan, I just know he wanted to coach the Cowboys. Like, I'm perfectly happy that we have Zimmerman because if we have a guy that's willing to go on TV and provide this type of nonsense, imagine what he could do to a locker room.
All right, so did he throw Mike McCarthy under the bus is the question, right?
100%. Brian, do you still have the comments from
have
yesterday?
Here is his original comment.
All coaching aside, coaching, you know, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants, but the guys I kind of feel bad for is guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, you know, because that's what I wanted to hold the trophy for. You know, you want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
I mean, how is that not throwing Mike McCarthy under the bus?
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't put in the time and that everybody else has around here.
Is Micah Parsons under the impression we can't go back and find exactly what he said?
He can leave and go wherever he wants.
Well, I mean, if that was the only thing he said, we could make an argument that his point was players' careers are ending. Mike still has coaching in front of him. But then at the end where he goes, these guys have put in more time than Mike McCarthy ever has. Ask anybody who's ever been
I'm guessing Mike McCarthy's mostly living there.
Yeah. Ask anybody who's ever been a football coach.
Yep.
How much time they put into stuff. Sean McVay was getting to the office at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, the running joke was, who gets there first, Stafford or McVay?
Right.
Football coaches is a thankless job, especially during the season.
Yeah.
And you can dislike Mike McCarthy. He's probably going to get fired.
Yeah, I mean, he's losing. He's going to go.
But to suggest that that he has a bad work ethic and he's not putting time in, that's ridiculous.
It is.
He did throw him under the bus, and Mike is going to get himself in trouble if he keeps doing this. If he keeps, saying one thing and then coming back at the guys who said it because they work for ESPN.
And here's the thing. The Cowboys are so dysfunctional because here Micah Parsons has a podcast. There Jerry Jones does a radio interview every Monday.
Right.
And they stir stuff up. They naturally stir stuff up. Micah Parsons' job is to stir things up on his podcast. That's how you get people to watch. That's how you get people to listen.
Bigger mess moving forward. All right, so I'll give you your choice of 2 GM jobs moving forward, okay?
Yep.
Jets or the Cowboys? Which one you taking?
Jets.
I think I might too.
Because
you don't have to deal with Jerry Jones.
Right. Plus, you've got so much in Dallas tied up under the salary cap.
Especially at quarterback.
CeeDee Lamb and, I think CeeDee Lamb is the highest paid receiver, and Dak Prescott's the highest paid quarterback.
And I heard somebody suggest, I think it was Stephen A., suggested this morning that here's what they should do. Tank. You've got it?
Yeah, I got it right here.
I believe that the Dallas Cowboys should tank the rest of the season, get the number 1 overall pick, so you can draft Sedano Sanders, and by the way, hire primetime Dion Sanders as your head coach for the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so what do you think of that as a plan?
I think he's not looking at Dak Prescott's contract.
Right.
How do you get out from under that?
Yeah, how do you trade it? How do you move it?
It's untradeable.
Yeah, I don't know if that situation can work.
If you do kind of what the Rams did when they dumped Jared Goff and put 2 number 1s in the deal, maybe you can get somebody to do it. But it's not going to be easy to get out of these existing contracts.
Yeah.
Here's why the Jets is a better job. Aaron Rodgers is probably leaving.
Yes, hopefully.
Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, who's a billionaire, last time President Trump was in office, he appointed him. He was like the ambassador to Ireland or something. Woody Johnson's probably going to go back to work for the government, so he may be out. You don't have a coach right now,
right?
So you could. It's in it. You're starting on a redo. Nobody's expecting anything. You start with a clean slate,
right?
Dallas, CeeDee Lamb is, as you mentioned, the highest paid receiver. Dak's the highest paid quarterback. You got
little maneuverability under the salary cap because you got so much tied up in 2 guys.
You got no running backs.
Right.
You have Micah.
Although, as we found out this year, you can always get a running back.
Yeah. So I think the Jets is a cleaner starting point than the Cowboys.
And by the way, I think Colorado's having a much better year than any of us anticipated. I thought it was going to be a crash and burn, and I thought Dion would be gone after this year.
I'm telling you, Mace, if it wasn't for that guy at Indiana, Dion would be coach of the year in college football.
But Shedeur on most draft boards is number 3 of quarterbacks, behind Jalen Milroe, the Alabama guy, and Cam Ward, the Miami guy.
I've watched all 3 of them play. I would take Shedeur.
Would you?
Yeah.
I think you get a lot of attitude with Shedeur.
Yep. And I think Shedeur reminds me of Jaden Daniels. Cam Ward, though, could be C.J. Stroud. He's really good. Who'd you say the third one was?
Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe is the wild card.
Yeah.
He could be Anthony Richardson.
Yep.
He could be Lamar.
But less tired.
Could be Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, right.
So
he's got.
I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Jalen Milroe either. But if you gave me the number 1 pick, Bergman, if the Raiders get the number 1 pick, don't you want him to take Shedeur?
Yeah, at this point, yeah. He just looks so good. I didn't want them to go after him because he is there's a whole circus that goes around him, and it's so Raiders to have that big circus around them. But he looks like he may be the best. Either him or Cam.
I think Dion with Shedeur at quarterback is so Raiders. I would go back to the Raiders.
Right, and I completely agree. Stephen A. says the Cowboys. Cowboys not going to happen. No. But you blow out Antonio Pierce, you bring in Dion Sanders, you bring in Shedeur Sanders, and all of a sudden you got a show in Vegas.
And Antonio Pierce can kick rocks.
And
I'm fine with that.
And Greg, they would start maneuvering the second they did that to try and get Travis Hunter too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they'd probably.
It'd be tough to get 2 top 5 picks.
Yeah, Dion did.
Yeah, he did.
But it's difficult to get 2 top 5 picks.
Right. So what they would do?
They did in draft day.
Yeah, they would overpay. They'd say, "We'll give you if you give us let's say Travis Hunter gets taken 5th."
Right.
They would offer the team. Let's make up a team. Let's say who's not Carolina.
Yep.
Let's say Carolina takes Travis Hunter 5th.
Okay.
I think they go to Carolina and say, we'll give you 3 number 1s for him. And then it happens. It's a bad deal for the Raiders, but that's how you can do it. You can always the Herschel Walker deal is the best example. They so overpaid for Herschel Walker that it set the Cowboys up for the next 10 years. They couldn't say no to 3 number 1s.
But the problem is Travis Hunter is likely the number 1 pick in the draft.
But they have that pick.
So how did they get Shedeur Sanders and the number 1 pick in the draft, Travis Hunter?
Is Shedeur a senior? I think he is.
Yeah, he's coming out.
Junior, I think.
If he looked that up, Greg, I'm pretty sure he's a senior because I think he played 2 years at Jackson State, and this is his second year at Colorado.
That might
so I don't think he has any eligibility
He's
left.
22.
But he doesn't need the money. So
I mean, he could stay another year, I suppose.
Right. Well, if he has eligibility. I just don't know if he does or not. I don't think he does. But
he's a senior. You're right.
Yeah.
So he's coming out.
They would start maneuvering to try and make it happen, though.
Yeah. If you're given a choice between Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders,
I would take Shedeur.
Take the quarterback.
I would take Shedeur just because
if the Raiders,
it's harder to find somebody who does what Shedeur does than it is to find.
I think that's
going to
be irresistible for the Raiders if they've got a chance to take Shedeur Sanders
and get Dion.
Yeah, and get Dion. I think they would do that. Bergman, as a Raiders fan, you're like, yeah, all in?
I didn't want it before, but yes, I think I am all in. I think that team will do better if they can get the right guy. Warren Sapp comes with them, helps coach the defense.
He's already there, isn't he?
He's with Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So come with Dion, help coach the defense, Max Crosby, and all the guys there, Divine Diablo. But yes, I would be all in if you finally have a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be good, but it'd be fun.
Right.
So it will be good eventually, because then as long as you have the quarterback, then you work on the offensive line, and then the skill position. It will all start to come together for the Raiders.
All right, coming up next for you, if you were loaded with family money, would you still decide to play in the NFL trenches? That's coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're selling your house, you got to call Seller's Advantage first. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some maybe you inherited a property and you got to get rid of it, or maybe it's time for a change. Whatever your reason, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer, and you don't have to do any repairs, and they can close in days, not weeks, days. No complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
USC women's basketball is 2-0 and looking for 3-0 tonight at the Galen Center.
USC the rebound. Watkins up top, steps into a triple. Bullseye! First triple of the day, first triple of the season.
USC host CSUN. Coverage begins at 6:45 p.m. tonight, right here on 710 a.m. and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Your home for USC athletics.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI. To watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
One of LA's best-kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the loan exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
FX presents American Sports Story. Aaron Hernandez.
Football is all I got. Everything's okay when I'm playing ball.
You can't make mistakes, Aaron. People are watching you.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Is there something that you want to tell me?
You don't know what kind of thoughts I have.
FX's American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez. All new Tuesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Harry Douglas here for Technique's new noise-canceling True Wireless AZ80 earbuds. Technique's has been revolutionizing the audio game for almost 60 years. With multi-point connection of up to 3 devices at the same time, the AZ80s let you go from leading a meeting to listening to a podcast to taking a call seamlessly. Visit us.techniques.com/sports to shop for AZ80s now. That's us.technics.com/sports.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget, after Mason and Ireland today, Sedano and Kap, producer Lindsay, Beto Duran, myself. We are live from the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard in L.A., East L.A., Boyle Heights, to celebrate all together. Come out, press the flesh with us, please. That's this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Right now, though, Mason and Ireland continues on your Tuesday afternoon.
So, back at the gym, working out virtually every day, Ireland.
Yeah.
And I still cannot get rid of my gut. I cannot get rid of my gut no matter what I do. Is there a way to do that I can get? Like I feel
you're not going to like the answer.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know you're going to say get rid of sugar.
Well, I'm going to say change your diet, not just
My
get
diet
rid of
is
sugar.
my diet's not. I don't think it's
Do you drink
terrible.
probiotics?
No.
You need to drink probiotics.
Really, like one of them little Yakult things?
No, like
You've
there's-
seen those little Yakult
I know
things
what you're
they
talking
got?
about,
Yeah.
but look for a good probiotic
Mhm.
that's gonna help you slim down your gut.
Kombucha.
Oh, that's also a good
Kombucha
one.
is gross.
It's not gross.
It's made from
Sea
mushrooms.
moss
I
is
do
also
not
good.
want
But that's
a
the
drink
probiotic.
made from mushrooms.
That's where your probiotics can come
Yeah. Do you ever drink kombucha?
Nope.
That's made
a pill.
up.
It's fine.
I think
It
it's
tastes
terrible.
good. It's not
Probiotic
terrible. It tastes
pill.
It's
pretty good.
gross. I think mushrooms.
Tastes pretty good.
Now I feel because I feel good about everything. I feel good about my arms. Like I could definitely beat you all in arm wrestling without
you
any
could.
question. But
that's wrong.
What do you mean that's wrong?
Oh, he could
Of course
beat me
that's-
100%.
Well, yeah,
Wait a
no,
minute.
but I
So,
can
wait a
beat,
minute,
I
wait
can
a
beat
minute.
any of you at arm wrestling.
Wait a minute.
I have a
Bergman, you think you
weak
can
gut.
take him?
I do.
Do it now.
I'm going to go.
That's ridiculous.
Okay. I'm going 20 grand mythical money on Bergman.
Whoa.
No effing way.
Brian, what do you think?
I'm going Mace. I'm not even Brian, but I'm Ace.
I think I'd go 15 on Bergman as well.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank you,
All right.
Brian.
All
Thank
right.
you, Brian.
Bergman, you're soft.
50.
2 o'clock.
50K on
yeah.
Mace.
2 o'clock.
On
That's
Mace.
good.
2 o'clock.
Sure.
Get ready,
50K.
boys.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, I
What
can't
have
wait
I-
for
I
this.
got
What
my
have I
phone
let
ready.
myself into?
It was
Mace,
your
you
choice.
better
We
win
got-
me
By
50K.
the way, so we got 35 total on Bergman between Brian and I and 50K on you.
Yeah, I need
Oh,
that
that's
50K.
right. Now, here's the thing, Bergman. I really do believe I'm going to beat you.
Okay.
Yeah, I really
You
do.
think he believes that he's going to lose?
Right. I don't think I'm
You are
going to lose.
definitely going to lose.
Why? Because you've
Because
been the summer shred.
I've got guns.
Yeah.
You don't got guns.
You don't know
bang,
what I
bang.
work.
I
You
got
don't know
guns.
how
You don't know what I got?
Just because I'm not in your group chat.
Hey, get
Doesn't
some of
mean
those.
that I don't do anything.
You're not eligible for our group chat
I
because
did-
you work out when?
I work out on the weekends.
Just
F45.
F45. Yeah,
Training
that's good.
mate. Yeah.
That's good.
Get those guys from Social Ready. We need to document this at 2 o'clock.
No,
I
trust
got my
me, it's
phone
gonna,
ready.
Trust me, it's going to be over fast.
I have
For
the
you,
same
sure.
feeling.
It's going to be over
I
fast.
hope
Greg,
that's not what she said.
How old are you?
I am 41.
Mace, how old are you?
59.
This, you know what
I
this
still
is?
got Mace.
You know what this is?
It's
Mike
Tyson versus
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul.
I'll bet on Jake
It
Paul.
I'm
is.
not 27 though. It's a
It
little bit different.
is. Yeah, I'm Mike
Jack-
Tyson. All right, so, John, you came across this. Actually, we don't have time for this. We'll do it at the top of the hour. We'll do it after arm wrestling, yeah?
Oh, yeah, after, whatchamacallit?
Yeah, we got the potato guy.
Yeah, that's a good story.
There's a potato guy.
Well, we can do it after the arm wrestling thing.
Yeah, we'll do it after arm
That'll
wrestling.
work.
So it'll be arm wrestling and then potato guy. And next, we're going to do What's Up, Fool. In the meantime, all sports fans, you always want to be well coached and you want to win. You know who's always winning, always getting ready for the next opponent? That's right. It is my guy, Jacob Emrani. Think about this. You get injured in a car accident, a truck accident, Uber, Lyft, pedestrian, scooter, slip, fall, whatever that is. It feels like you lose the game, right? Don't worry. The accident is only the beginning of the game. Call Jacob. Get the free consultation. Trust me, Jacob knows the weaknesses of the opponent. He knows how to exploit and go on the attack against the insurance company to provide you the victory that you deserve. So make sure you're on the winning team. If you're injured in an accident, don't wait. Call Jacob. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget you can follow Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Jacob, a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And when you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Sedano from 710 sent you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum this Saturday as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. with the Trojan Tailgate Show. Kickoff from the Coliseum at 1 p.m. Saturday's game is presented by United Airlines, and you'll hear all the coverage on 710 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app and KNX 1070 a.m. So when we go to Lakers basketball on 710 around 3:30, hear the rest of the coverage on KNX 1070 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. That's this Saturday, USC Nebraska.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, it's Travis here for Prize Picks. You know Prize Picks by now, right? Pick more, pick less. It really is that easy. Why not take what is some of the best times of the year? You got baseball, basketball, football, hockey, everything you can think of, and make it even better with Prize Picks. All you have to do is pick more or less. And right now, you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. There's a reason that Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy so that your lineups stay in play even if one of your favorite players gets injured. And if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup alive. So why not join Prize Picks? It is the absolute best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users, including me, and sign up today. Put in that promo code 710 when you sign up, and you're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
In 2021, LSU finished with a disappointing 6-7 record. Luckily for them, a new head coach in Chip Kelly and a quarterback from Arizona State, Jaden Daniels, arrived in Baton Rouge. They lead LSU to the 2022 SEC Championship game and defeated Purdue in the Citrus Bowl to finish 10-4. Kelly and Daniels made that 2021 season like it never even happened.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet, Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, thank you very much, Brian Cranston. So I saw this today, and it's kind of sad, actually. Denzel Washington says he will retire from acting after his next batch of films. He has about 5 films. He's going to do a film about the military leader Hannibal, Black Panther 3, because Ryan Coogler is writing him a part in that.
Yes, that's the last one, I think, right?
No, there's 3 more after that. A new film with Steve McQueen, a film adaptation of Othello, and a King Lear project.
So he's 69, I think, now.
Is he too early for him to retire? Or is it just because he's been such a great actor, he can just do what he wants?
He can do what he wants, right?
But he's one of the best ever.
No question.
If you put him in with top 5, top 2...
Yeah, I think that roles sort of dry up at some point, and I think some people, and I think Denzel's one of these people, doesn't want to go out, doing paycheck movies the way some, like De Niro does paycheck movies now. Just give me, crap that he's doing. So I don't think Denzel wants to go that route. This is, by the way,
supposedly in the new Gladiator movie, he's supposed to be great.
Yes. So he's got Gladiator coming out, and then 5 more movies, and then that's it for Denzel.
That's it for Denzel.
Is that correct? Is he 16? Or is he? I'm sorry. Is he 69?
69.
That's older than I would have guessed.
Denzel is 69.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I saw that today.
Still comes to a lot of Laker games.
Yeah.
Still see him.
So it'd be like 75, 76 years old when he hangs it up. That feels about right.
Okay, so best Denzel Washington movie without looking at his IMDb page is what?
Man on Fire.
Remember the Titans.
I love Remember the Titans.
Man on Fire was
I think
phenomenal.
it's Training Day.
I think it's Training Day also.
Great movie, too.
But
I
all
love
3
Training
of
Day.
those answers would work.
You know what I love? American Gangster. You ever see that one?
That's a good one.
Oh, that's
what's
so good.
what's the one? The Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Where he plays the boxer.
Isn't it called Hurricane?
Yeah.
Hurricane.
I think that movie's called Hurricane.
Great movie.
So good.
Loved that
I like
movie.
John Q.
John Q's great.
Yeah, he's great.
I like all. There are lots of my minor Denzel films are still pretty good. Like there's one called Fallen. Do you ever see Fallen?
Fallen is such a fantastic
the one where
movie.
the song
the
moves
song
around
moves
and
around
the killer
and,
moves around.
It's so good.
It's
and how it
so
ends.
good.
The twist at the end is amazing.
It's great. So he's done so many movies.
There's a movie about political consultants called Power.
Yeah, it's a
that
really
he
good
made
one.
in the 80s.
Is
about
that Richard Gere?
About how you get people elected.
Yeah.
And it would still be topical today. But
Sure.
I would say Denzel Washington, top 3 actor in my lifetime. That good. It's hard because you're comparing him to
De Niro, Pacino,
Hanks. You're Meryl Streep. There's a whole handful of Nicholson. For me, just my age, I think it's probably, and there's so many great, like Robert Duvall would be great. Gene Hackman would be great. By the way, you want a great Denzel movie? Mm-hmm. Watch Crimson Tide.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's him.
Plus, that's got Gene Hackman in it.
And it's got James Gandolfini. It's got so many great people in it.
Interesting. I think Gene Hackman is a guy who
Still
retired and said there just aren't any good roles anymore.
Nicholson, same thing.
Nicholson, same thing.
Yeah.
At some point, well, good for Denzel. And by the way, the finale or him and Black Panther is going to be cool. Him and Gladiator 2, him working with Spike Lee, him working with Steve McQueen. All that stuff is really, really good stuff. So he's going to go out on a high.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, so we got the MLB, the award finalists have kind of come out for MVP, Cy Young, and all this stuff. I want to see what you guys think, who's going to be taking away the trophies here.
Okay.
So NL MVPs come down to, obviously, Ohtani, Lindor, and Ketel Marte.
It's Ohtani in a wash, maybe unanimous.
Yeah. And the biggest thing here is Ohtani, to start the season, I think, was at plus 1,000, plus 950. He was about 6th or 7th down on the MVP.
Wow, so you could have made some money on Ohtani,
right?
huh?
And right now, if you
everybody
went
probably thought he's not going to pitch, he can't win it,
Right.
and he did it anyway.
So for AL MVP, Judge, Soto, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's Judge.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
not close.
That was the one where it was, if you bet Judge, it was like 300 before the season, so you're pretty much making no money.
Right, exactly.
That's
There's no
a
money in
chalk
that one.
The NL Cy Young is going to be Chris Sale, Paul Skeens, or Zach Wheeler.
Sale.
I would vote for Skeens, but Sale's going to win.
Yeah, Sale's going to win. Skeens actually, they used him less down the stretch.
And then it comes down for last one here, NL Rookie of the Year. Skeens, Jackson Merrill for the Padres.
Jackson Merrill.
Skeens.
It's Jackson Merrill.
So that seems to be the consensus. Which one is up in the air?
Who's
Is it gonna be
favored?
Skeens?
Yeah,
I think last I checked, it still was Paul Skeens.
Is it really? I think Jackson
so.
Merrill should be Rookie of the Year. Bergman, what do you think? Rookie of the Year, Paul Skeens or Jackson Merrill?
A pitcher doesn't always get it. Usually doesn't get it. I think Jackson Merrill, for the amount of big-time hits he got in the bottom of the ninth inning or in extra innings. So
Jackson Merrill helped with winning more than Paul Skeens
agreed.
did, and helped get the Padres to the playoffs. But Skeens was the best player on his team, and Jackson Merrill was not. So I don't know if that matters, but
I'm going
Jackson Merrill, by the way, as a rookie, batted .292 with 24 homers, 90 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, and an .826 OPS, and was an All-Star this year.
Yeah, Merrill. It's Merrill.
Didn't Skeens start the All-Star game?
He did, yes. One of the first rookies, and
Yeah, so they're both All-Stars. Yeah, I would have no issue with either one of those guys winning it. I think they're both good.
Yeah. I mean, Paul Skeens, 23 starts, 11-3, 196 ERA.
Jackson Merrill also played center field,
Played
and he
center
did it. And he had
field,
never played center field before. They put him out there at the beginning of the season, like, hey, give it a shot, and he became a really,
You could
really
definitely
good
make
center
a case
fielder.
for Skeens there.
You can. Oh,
Yeah.
both of them. Both of them. I think Merrill will end up getting.
Yeah, I do too.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys. So Greg and I were talking about this a little bit ago on the break. Have you guys signed up for Blue Sky, which is like the
I have. This is the Jack Dorsey social
Yes.
media site. Yeah.
So you have one.
Mhm.
Ireland, have you signed up for it?
No, and won't. I don't have enough time for all that crap. I'm Twitter is enough.
See, I'm thinking, what about it, Lar?
Oh, so my question is, would you guys transition over? Because I feel like a lot of people are pushing. I had my name. I didn't even remember until Greg's like, sign up. And I'm like, somebody took my name, and it was me.
Oh, you had it.
I had it because I signed up a while ago, and I forgot.
Yeah, I decided just today randomly. I'm like, I'm just gonna make the move. I'm going over to Blue
Are
Sky.
you?
Yeah. I'll
Just
still be.
straight
I'll
up-
still be on
Okay.
Twitter for a little bit, but eventually I think
You're
I
gonna
want to
diet
just
out?
switch directly
What about
over to this.
Threads?
Nah, that's stupid.
Is Threads stupid?
Yeah, it's.
I know some
it's on-
people that have moved to Threads.
I have it, but I don't actively use it.
Which I would be willing to switch.
I've
Which
never
one would you
tried
switch to?
Threads.
Threads is the one that goes through Meta and Facebook and all that stuff. It's on Instagram. You can just see the button to hit Threads.
Do you have to download another app, though?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought
It's
you did.
on
That's
the
why I never
It's on the
even touched it.
Instagram app.
Yeah, it's all together.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
you do
know.
have
I
to
would
get
be.
another app.
I'd be willing to switch, but how many people are even on Blue Sky?
Over 1 million in the last week.
Yeah,
so they're
I
adding.
mean-
They're
Okay.
adding currently.
I need the insiders to come over because
The insiders, I think most of them
Yeah?
are
Oh,
over
okay.
there.
I can't
so that's
find
the
them.
whole point of it's old Twitter, basically. It looks exactly the same as Twitter.
Yeah.
The old Twitter. I think it's just going to be better. in
Okay.
general.
Let's hope.
So I'm going to try it out.
I will try it out too.
Brian, get on it.
We'll see. Took me a while to get on Twitter, so you know.
Right, you
Doesn't
were
sound
slow.
like that's happening.
You got on Twitter last year, so
Right,
you're,
exactly.
you're a slow adopter.
I'm very far behind.
Yes.
So yeah.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so we have a pretty cool NBA storyline tonight. Klay Thompson making his return to Golden State. Going to be Mavs at the Warriors. When you think of Klay and Steph, is that the greatest, backcourt kind of combination you'll ever kind of see? And then do you think he gets standing ovation, all love tonight for Klay?
Not only all love, do
yeah.
you know what they're doing?
No, I haven't heard, no.
So Clay used to bring his boat to
Oh, I did
Oracle
see this,
Arena
right.
for a lot of years.
This is really cool.
And so he would take pictures. It would be him and Rocco, his dog, and he'd wear a captain's hat on the boat. And so tonight, to welcome Clay back to San Francisco, the Warriors are handing out 18,000 captain hats.
That's really cool.
So everybody, and Clay's trying to downplay it, saying, how he really doesn't talk to those guys much anymore now that he's on another team and it's just another game. I know Clay pretty well. He's going to be emotional tonight. It's going to be hard for
I'm
him
sure.
to hold back. And I tried to talk Michael into going. I thought it would be something that Michael would enjoy.
Yep.
If we didn't have a game tomorrow, I think Michael would have gone up. But since we have a game tomorrow, he doesn't want to.
Yeah, it'll be tight.
He thinks it'll be too tight.
By the way, on Sleeper, I played Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes tonight. I think that's pretty good.
2.5?
2.5. I
For
think
sure.
I think he'll
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I bet the more there.
I took that one too. That feels
Did
like
you?
free
That
money.
feels like a good one. Yeah.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys. So, Fran Brown says his wife won't let him get into bed after they lose a game. He explains here.
Win, lose, or draw, only thing is like my wife, I can't sleep in the bed if we lose because I ain't going to get in the shower for that day. I'm just mad and I just sit there. I just brush my teeth. That's what I have to do so y'all won't say my breath stink, but I'm just kind of locked in at certain things, certain ways. I think you gotta earn the right to do certain things. So, winners get washed. You know what I'm saying?
Winners get washed.
Winners get washed.
Waited a little bit.
Who was that? Who was that, Laura?
Jaylen Brown?
No, Fran Brown from Syracuse, football coach, head coach.
Oh, okay, got it.
He says, I don't deserve soap. Winners get washed. I was like, dude, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
right?
there is
Like,
no need to sacrifice
gross.
hygiene if you lose.
That's
No,
disgusting.
you should probably stick with
And
a
you're with the
good
wife.
shower after the game.
Although what that reminds me of is I remember when Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, when the Lakers won his one title,
Oh my God, he did
2010, he did not take a shower and walked across the street to Katsuya in his Laker
Oh, yeah, I
uniform
remember
and
this.
had
Yeah,
dinner.
that was
He
cool.
went to Power 106, dressed up, straight up,
And,
still uniform.
I loved it. I thought it was really funny. But other than that, I think you should shower after a game.
Yeah, I'm pro shower.
I'm pro shower too. Please, sir, don't make the wife suffer. That's gross. He's like, I brush my teeth, but I don't shower.
Yeah, shower, dude. All right, coming up next for you.
It's the arm wrestling match of the century.
I need 50K, man.
It's just like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Yes, it's
Iron
the
Iron Mace.
It's the younger Greg Bergman against the much older Steve Mason.
Iron Mace, they call him.
An 18-year age difference.
Yes.
But he
And
works out every single day.
Mason claims that he will end Bergman and end him early.
I think it will
Bergman
happen.
and I
versus beauty.
By the way, if you lose this, I will never bet on you again.
I think it will
ever.
happen
You've said that
fast,
before.
too. I think it will happen
Well,
fast.
yesterday I
Fast. I don't
unfollowed
think
you, and today if you lose, what else can I do besides unfollow you?
Follow me on Blue Sky.
What are you
If
on Blue
Greg,
Sky?
if
At Greg Bergman.
hey, if you win, I will join Blue Sky.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
I'm just giving you some incentive.
I need 50K, Mace.
All
So
right.
Be nice.
Brian and I have bet on Bergman. Laura has bet on Greg. I will play-by-play the entire event,
Excellent.
and it will happen next.
Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I will have to do a uniform change, by the way, and don't give me that look that you're ready to move on and the rest of us can't say a word. Don't give me that look. You're already, listen, I know how upset you are today, and I'm ready to move on. I got your back 1,000%, but I'm going to have to make a uniform change, and I'm going into the Walton t-shirt that you, sir, got for me while in Boston during the NBA Finals. Now move on.
Does it fit?
Team, let's pull that too.
Does it fit?
Yes, it fits brilliantly. Thank you.
Okay.
In fact, just post the whole show. Because as usual, when we're all together, which doesn't happen as much as it used to, we can be frank on that. It is a masterclass on how to do sports radio in a market this size. Travis and DeMarco and Mason Ireland could only wish to be this good.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Kap.
On 710 ESPN.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels. Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
Hey guys, John Ireland here. To build a winning team, you have to have the right people doing what they do best. If you're in a position to hire for your business, listen closely. because we have the ultimate teammate, ZipRecruiter. And you can try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Hiring the right candidate is hard. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people. So it makes finding and hiring your next superstar much easier. This is why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So be like the 3.8 million businesses who have come to ZipRecruiter and sped up their hiring process. Try ZipRecruiter today for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. One more time, ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget, after Mason and Ireland today, Sedano and Kap, producer Lindsay, Meadow Duran, myself. We are live from the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard in LA, East LA, Boyle Heights, to celebrate all together. Come out, press the flesh with us, please. That's this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Right now, though, Mason and Ireland continues on your Tuesday afternoon.
Mason Ireland, 710 ESPN. It is, just like Friday night on Netflix, the younger Jake Paul is taking on Iron Mike Tyson. We're doing the same thing today here.
Now, Mason claims he can beat anybody in arm wrestling.
Anybody here.
And Greg literally
Come on, Mason.
laughed at him when he said it.
Hubris comes before the fall.
Now, Greg, how old of a man are you?
I am 41 years young.
And Mace, you are?
69.
You're 59.
Oh, 59.
You don't even know your age.
Okay.
You have to win if you don't
I don't know.
your
When I
age.
hear Lindsay, she always makes me feel old.
There you go. Now, is this Mason? You're ridiculously confident. You're like Michael when he puts a game in the refrigerator.
I feel so good about this.
Why?
Because I work out all the time. Because I've got guns.
You're not worried that he's 18 years younger than you?
No, I'm not.
Greg, what's your level of confidence?
I am actually very confident because even though he works out, I work out too, and also I'm just a stronger human.
Okay.
Let's go, Mace.
Now, I have bet. What did I beat? 20 grand.
20.
Brian has bet 15. We both bet on Bergman. Laura bet $50K
on Mace. Come on,
Mason.
Yes.
So it's standard arm wrestling.
Mason thinks he's going to beat me in like 3.5
I
seconds.
think it's going to be a dominant.
He does. So it's the first one who brings the other guy all the way down to the table, right? All right. So get your left hands in a line. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On my mark. Okay. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Bergman ends him in 2 seconds.
Wait a minute, I want a rematch.
Wow!
I want a rematch.
Wait, what the bleep happened?
That was you didn't even show up. You were Marvis Frazier.
No, you know what it was? I just haven't done it. Do it again.
Okay, go ahead. Can I bet more on Bergman now?
Yeah.
Wait, no, wash.
You used some weird leverage. You used some weird.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, he was like this, and then he bent his
Now
wrist.
I'm way more confident than I was before. All right. Now this is the no excuses round.
Right.
Okay. All right. Now here we go. All right. That lasted less than 3 seconds. Now wait a minute. All right. Hold on.
Wait, you do have an angle on me.
No. Hold on. Mace, we will not start until you are comfortable. Mason,
This is straight.
All right. Mace, are you comfortable?
Yes.
Greg, are you comfortable? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it's tight now.
Oh,
it's very
see?
tight. Bergman's winning by a little bit. Bergman's about 20%, 30%. They're still in it. Oh, this is a grudge match. Mason's working it back. Mason's working it back. It's so close. It's so close.
I lost my chair.
All right, go ahead. I got your chair. Here we go.
You're bending.
Here we go.
Bent wrist.
Here we go. Oh, Greg got him.
I do think he had an advantage, though.
What advantage?
Because you're going towards the table. Mason's
Right. No,
going away.
the second one was fair.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one was.
Listen, I'm trying to get my 50K
By the way,
back.
The second one was USC Texas.
Oh yeah, no, that was a battle.
Excellent.
That was a battle.
The first one was Rams Dolphins from last night.
Yeah, it was. That was.
All right, put that 20K in my account, Bergman. Well done,
Damn
sir.
it.
And send me the link to sign up for Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. You're on Blue Sky. Hi, Jack
Brian,
Dorsey.
congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Easy money.
God.
Don't swear.
Bleepity bleepity bleep.
50K, Laura, down the drain. How do
That's
you feel?
okay. That's fine.
Do I get mythical money? I didn't bet
No,
on
you didn't
myself.
bet.
You did not.
I did not bet on myself. That was ridiculous.
That is dumb.
That was dumb. How you feeling, man?
Radio Michael also went down. He says, I'm with Laura and my money's on Mace.
Oh, sorry, Radio Michael. You know, but he is going to be Listener of the Year.
Again, stronger human.
Yeah. No, and
No,
he had-
younger human.
He had, right. He had 18
Oh, no
years on you.
excuses.
Yeah, no, younger human.
excuses.
Younger human.
No excuses.
You're young. I hear Lindsay. I'm really old. That's what
You can't
Lindsay
just-
says.
You can't just say, nicely
Now,
done, Greg.
I will say
you
this.
beat me.
If Greg if Mace and Lindsay arm wrestle, I would bet on Mace.
Somebody
Sure,
wants that.
I would
Crypto
too.
Ray
Oh,
just
somebody would
tweeted
love
that out.
Yeah, there she is. All right.
Well
yeah,
done,
a little
Greg.
Hijinks, a little
Thank you, thank
tomfoolery.
you.
I
Well
thought the
done.
second one I
And
thought
also-
I was in it.
I'm gonna even. I'm
Carla
so
was-
proud of you. I'm gonna follow you again.
Hey, look at that. Carla was filming it. Your elbow was like way off the table too, so you were trying to
Greg,
come
you would
down on me with your elbow.
mine was
you know
on.
what they tried to tuck rule you and screw you out of it the whole time,
Yep.
and you persevered.
That's
I'm
right.
proud of
Yep.
you.
That's
well,
right.
I thought. Well done, Greg.
Okay.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy for
This
me
is.
too.
I know
Thank
this
you.
is a huge highlight of your life.
Well,
All
just
right,
my
wait.
huge highlight for today.
You were so overconfident, Mace.
No, it was, that's what it was.
You know, don't you think
Hubris comes before.
Don't you
the
think
fall.
that makes it a better bit?
It does.
Thank
but
you.
It's also why I bet on Bergman. Okay, now first of all, I'm going to show you a picture of Connor McGovern. Okay.
Okay.
This is him. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of a goofy looking
Yeah,
handlebar
goofy
mustache.
handlebar mustache, like with
this
the wax
is
at the end.
the heir to the potato fortune.
The potato fortune.
Now, when I say this, his family, Connor McGovern, who is a 31-year-old center for the New Orleans Saints,
Mm-hmm.
his family, and he is the sole heir to a potato farm. The potato farm that McGovern and his family own is worth $500 million. And the main reason why is they provide the potatoes to McDonald's that McDonald's uses to make their fries.
Okay.
So if you think about billions and billions served, think of every McDonald's in the world.
So they're the potato people?
Yes.
Oh,
if you have the
God.
contract with McDonald's to provide fries, that's it. Game over.
Right. Oh, sure. You're set.
His potato farm does. So here's my question to all of you. Why is he continuing to get his head bashed in playing center if he doesn't need the money? If he was a baseball player or a basketball player.
Where you're not getting crushed every night.
Hey, Greg, call DeMarco and see if he answers his phone.
Okay.
I don't know if he will or not. He probably won't. Probably working out. or
Little
something.
update, guys.
Yeah.
I'm negative 2K betting 50K on Mace. I didn't even have the 50.
You didn't even have the 50K. All right, we'll let you work it off.
Wow, that's too bad, Lar.
I know. Oh,
I had faith.
Andrew Siciliano, our good buddy,
Oh, God.
voice of the Browns,
Voice of the Browns, yeah.
says he was cut yesterday by the Saints, McGovern.
Oh, really?
Now, okay, so this makes it more interesting.
Okay.
The Rams need a center.
Yep. Well,
Several teams could use a
yeah,
center.
yeah.
All right, but here, if Connor McGovern
Mm-hmm.
is worth $500 million,
Yep.
would you play, if you were him, would you play NFL football? And get you saw the movie Concussion,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Half of these guys, literally, half of them get CTE.
Yep. 100%.
Would you continue to play football if you had $500 million?
Does it fulfill me and make me happy?
I would think that.
Do I love football?
You do love football, but you're a center. You're a lineman. You're in the trenches.
In the trenches, right.
So you can't avoid getting hit.
Because I tend to think people do things more than just for money. Like this guy, I'm sure, is possessed, loves the game, wants to play, doesn't want to leave it. It's been his whole life. So I understand. I mean, I'm just guessing why he would be there. But super mega rich families, kids generally don't play football, I would say.
Yeah, but this is a guy, Brian, if you had $500 million and you were an NFL lineman, that's the key to this, lineman. So you're getting your head hit 100 times a game, and that's not even counting practice. Do you keep playing or do you take your money and run?
Personally, probably take the money and run, but it does come down to that love of the game. Like, if there's something that, like, I have to do this, this is my life kind of a thing.
Well, a lot of people think Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, who are splitting $50 million this Friday on Netflix,
right,
are both just in it for the money. Obviously, they're using bigger gloves. The rounds are shorter.
Yep.
But still, I can't imagine stepping. I don't think I could. Well, I'll just ask you guys. If I gave you $50 million, would you get in the ring with Tyson?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I think he'd end me.
No, not end you for good.
Why not?
I got $50 million on the doctors.
No, but wait, if he caves in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is my moneymaker. You're right.
Greg, your mic is. We can't hear you.
I was looking. Sedano's walking in the door, but he's supposed to be at a remote.
He's supposed to be at a remote, yeah.
Did he forget that he's on remote today?
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, but so the question is, if you had $50 million, what? Would you?
But I'm saying, it's not 50. It's like, in this case, this guy's got 500
He's the potato
million.
king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm taking my potato.
Even if it's what you love.
Yeah.
If it's what you.
I'd find something else that I love. I mean, because I'm putting my life in danger every time I play. I'll say it again. If I was a basketball player or a baseball player, or even a hockey player,
right,
I would keep playing because that's my passion and that's where what I love to do.
Right.
Linemen, though, that's why I was going to try and track down DeMarco. This is every time, like Marcellus Wiley, who we worked with for a long time, is convinced he either has CTE or he's going to get it.
Oh, yeah. And it's a terrible. We're watching the Aaron Hernandez series.
It's a great example.
CTE. He had a bunch of stuff going on. I think the finale's tonight, but he had a bunch of stuff going on, including CTE. They checked his brain afterwards, and apparently he had a very advanced case of CTE.
Maybe somebody at the Saints is doing him a favor. They look at him and go, "Hey, man, you don't understand. You don't have to do this anymore."
Yeah. So put it into a real term. So I have $50 million.
$500 million.
$500 million. Okay.
Yeah.
Would I play football?
Yeah.
If it was my passion, I would.
Even if it put your life in danger.
Yes. Even if it put my life in danger. I mean, I look, there are guys like last night, Tua was at Crypto.
And tried to tackle a guy.
Tried to tackle a guy. I mean, he obviously loves the game. He plays with reckless abandon. Last night, that's a dumb play trying to tackle Christian Roseboom after an interception. He got absolutely smacked in the head. But if this is your passion, if this is your love, is this what makes your life go round, then I understand why he would play, and I understand, and I would certainly play. Although $500 million is really nice.
And you would never be able to enjoy it if you have CTE.
Be around to spend it.
Junior Seau shot himself in the chest and killed himself so they could study his brain. And Junior Seau was an elite Hall of Fame caliber player. I mean, there's guys from the Steelers teams in the 70s that won those 4 Super Bowls that were never the same. Football is a dangerous business.
Yep.
And if you're playing line, that's where the biggest danger is. So if it were me, just me personally, I would take the $500 million and move to Idaho and be the potato king.
The potato king. Brian, would you play?
Yeah, I would play.
Yeah. See, I would do. Laura, would you play?
Yeah, why not?
Brian, you just said you probably would take the money and run.
But it's for the love of the game.
For the love of the game, man.
The smart thing would be to take the money and run.
Would you play?
Yes.
We're not
I'm
smart.
taking my money and I'm
Taking
running.
your money,
There was
yeah, I
like
figured.
$200 million. I'm gonna
$500 million.
500. Yeah, I'm taking
Wait,
my
it's
$500 million.
$500?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out, bro.
Oh, really? So, wait a minute. So 50 was not enough, and
No,
500 is enough?
500 is enough.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty set.
I've had that many concussions in a very short amount of time. Yeah, I'm going to take the money and I'm going to keep my family safe and always have
and
whatever
rich.
they want and rich. And
Take
my life
PJs
is fine. I'm not
everywhere
going to
you
get
go.
more. Yeah, I'll do whatever I want. It's much better.
I've never been on a PJ. I always wanted to go on one.
Me too.
Like they talk about them on Succession, like, let's take the PJ over here
I
and
see
take it
a
over
bunch
there.
of them every time I get on the Laker plane because they all leave from the same terminal, and some of those. Michael knows all the prices and how big they are and all the dynamics of them, and man, some of them are pretty spectacular.
just found out at Venice Mace is on Blue Sky.
Hey, we got Venice Mace.
See?
When is John Ireland?
I've been on it for a while.
Just go to, Greg, just go to bluesky.com.
Yeah. It's bsky.app.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an app?
Well, no.
It starts as a website, and then you can get the app afterwards.
Right, just like Twitter has its own app.
I don't think ESPN Los Angeles is on here.
Get on it.
Yeah,
Carlos
no,
says no. Carlos says they are not on it.
Are they anti-Blue Sky?
I think
Who's
they're just
against the Blue Sky? Seriously,
No.
I'm pro Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah.
That's my favorite happy song.
Venice Mace. Let's go follow you.
Yeah, go ahead and follow me on Blue Sky at Venice Mace. All right, coming up for the college football coach with an unusual eating plan. That's coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to tell you about Monica
Blue
Madden
skies.
and the folks at Beverly Hills Orthodontics. Monica is a top 1% Diamond Invisalign provider. Your smile is in expert hands. She was over here yesterday. We were recording some commercials, and she told me I learned stuff I didn't know. Like, for example, I wore regular metal braces when I was a kid growing up. My son, as recently as 5 years ago, wore them. You don't have to do that anymore. She can straighten your teeth with Invisalign, with in-brace technology, which are braces behind your teeth. There's a whole bunch of ways that Monica can get your smile looking perfect. And she has 4 locations, and they're all the same. You all can get the same treatments at any of these places. Beverly Hills, Studio City, Alhambra, and downtown L.A. She's got an unmatchable team, so check them out today at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call this number, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
USC women's basketball is 2-0 and looking for 3-0 tonight at the Galen Center.
USC the rebound. Watkins up top, steps into a triple. Bullseye! First triple of the day, first triple of the season.
USC host CSUN. Coverage begins at 6:45 p.m. tonight, right here on 710 a.m. and on the all-new ESPN LA app. Your home for USC athletics.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with 2 big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget, after Mason and Ireland today, Sedano and Kap, producer Lindsay, Beto Duran, myself. We are live from the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard in L.A., East L.A., Boyle Heights, to celebrate all together. Come out, press the flesh with us, please. That's this afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Right now, though, Mason and Ireland continues on your Tuesday afternoon.
Then I look at you.
We mentioned Dion Sanders a little bit ago, having a really good year at Colorado, and speculation, Stephen A. says, next coach of the Cowboys. Bergman says, next coach of the Raiders. Could wind up anywhere at this point. But one thing he said, in an interview with GQ, John, he asserts that he eats right nowadays. He used to indulge in soul food almost every day, but as time passed, he understood that a lifestyle change was a must. He says he stays away from fried stuff. He says, I don't eat bad. I try not to do fried stuff, but I love me some KFC. God, I love KFC, but I try not to do the fried stuff tremendously. I don't count KFC as a cheat meal. KFC is a lifestyle I grew up on. KFC and soul food, but I try my best to do right. Now, I think KFC is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I love fried chicken. It is a cheat meal.
Yeah,
maybe not for him, but it is for me.
I went to Gus's last Tuesday night, a week ago
for
tonight.
fried chicken?
And ate as much fried chicken as humanly possible, which is a complete violation of the diet I'm on.
Yep.
And I didn't care.
Yeah.
It's too good.
Fried chicken is delicious. We ordered from Honey's Kettle. Anybody ever been to Honey's Kettle in Culver City?
No.
They do a great fried chicken.
I drove by it the other day.
Yeah, it is so, so good.
I want fried chicken.
Fried
now.
chicken's one of the most underrated things in the world.
You know, at SoFi Stadium last night, they were serving fried chicken in my section of the stadium.
I hate you. The sections I sit in, there's no variety, no choice. The food's terrible.
And by the way, the shrimp was delicious.
Oh, come on, man. I can't even find a hot dog.
You got to come over to section 246, man. That's where it's happening.
Apparently, you know, there were a lot of celebrities there last night. Did you see them?
I did. I saw LeBron. I saw Mookie. I saw Jacob Imrani.
Gunna.
So, Mace,
Gunna was there, yes.
Who did Juan blame for this loss? Because he blamed me for for one before. He blamed Jorge before. Who is he blaming for this loss?
Jonah Jackson.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Joe Noteboom, too? Joe Noteboom was part of that?
Jonah couldn't snap right. He was a bad snapper last night. He made it tough all night long on Stafford. Yeah, by the way, the Rams lost last night, a game that they really needed to win. They're 4-5. They're still in it. But now New England this week becomes critical.
The reason they're in it is the division leader is 5-4, right? Or
yes.
are they 6-4?
Arizona 6-4 now.
All right, so they're
6-4. Rams are 4-5.
They're 2 games out of game and a half.
Game and a half, yeah, exactly. And they're a half game behind San Francisco, I think.
All right, this is going to surprise you guys. Do any of the 4 of you know which defense in the NFL has allowed the fewest points per game this year?
The Chargers.
Chargers, yeah, it is the Chargers. I heard him say that.
They have the best defense in football, and now, Brian, their offense is starting to cook.
Oh, yeah, we're cooking.
And
cooking.
I think the Chiefs are going to win the division, but I think the Chargers are going to the playoffs.
Is it me, or do we not hear nothing from Jim Harbaugh? I'm sure he's saying interesting things.
He was on McAfee show yesterday.
Oh, but I'm saying here in L.A., like there's not a lot of – I thought Harbaugh was going to – give us all kinds of weird quotes and stuff to talk about. We haven't gotten any really good Harbaugh quotes.
Well, we don't have their contracts.
Yeah, but still, we hear stuff like everybody else. I mean, we search the internet and we look for funny, interesting stuff, and he hasn't said anything.
You know, for example, Sean McVay comes on with us every week.
Yes.
We don't have Harbaugh on every week.
Right.
And, by the way, let me send out a and this is heartfelt. I'm not trying to make a joke here.
All right.
I talked to a lot of people yesterday over at iHeart, and
yeah,
they've had mass layoffs over there. Mason and I have worked at different stations for years. We used to work there.
Yeah, we worked around there for sure. Yeah.
Years and years ago. A lot of our friends lost their jobs yesterday. Last Wednesday was the beginning of their layoffs, and they continued through yesterday.
Yeah.
And our heart goes out to all those people.
Yeah.
KFI, which is a great radio station, just basically blew up their whole news department.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about you guys and hope that you're hanging in there.
Yeah. That's too bad. Yeah, our thoughts are with you guys.
But
it's a terrible thing.
Because I think that if the Chargers were one of, there's an advantage of being one of our teams.
Yes.
We do a ton of Lakers here. We do a ton of Rams here. We do a ton of USC here. And because they're not our people. I wonder if Josh would give them to us, though. I'll ask him.
Yeah, you should.
I'd love to talk to Harbaugh.
I think he would be unbelievable. I have nothing against the Chargers, especially since Brian's here. I got it. And Logan at the gym, also very big Chargers
Good
fan.
guy.
So I'm Logan. You know Logan?
No, but he's a good guy.
Both the Charger fans. You guys know each other.
Yeah, of
all
course.
Charger fans know each other.
One big happy family.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got nothing against the
Well,
Chargers.
Adrian and Francisco are doing their games in Spanish.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they do every game.
Hey, one other thing I wanted to mention here. AD is going to play tomorrow night. He got poked in the eye the other night. It came out today that he's definitely going to play. And USC is on some dumbass probation thing from the NCAA, and because they brought too many coaches to practices or whatever the hell it is, it has no impact whatsoever. But I thought I would mention it.
By the way, everything that they did is legal now. But when they did it, it was not
Is
illegal.
that right?
Right. It's all legal now at this point.
They're punishing them retroactively for
Correct.
something they did before the rules changed
Correct.
that would allow them what they did.
Yes, and that's why Lincoln Riley is not being
So
suspended.
stupid. By the way, I'm getting a lot of followers on Blue Sky. There are clearly people on Blue Sky. At Venice Mace, M-A-S-E. Ireland, are you on yet?
I just joined.
Are you? What's your handle?
It's same as Twitter.
L.A. Ireland?
L.A. Ireland.
Follow L.A. Ireland.
Let's find it.
There you go.
All right. So
I haven't posted anything yet because I don't know how.
Me neither,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
All I
Follow
said,
your girl.
all I said was, "Hey, it's me. Who are you?"
You did say that. I
Yes.
followed you, Mace.
There you go.
Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
All right. So, ladies and
I found you, Ireland.
there you go. So, you've never experienced anything like Cosm. Oh man.
It really is one of those things that's kind of hard to explain
It is.
unless you go to it.
Yeah,
right?
it really is. You got to get over there and see this thing.
I'd love to.
It is called shared reality, and like I saw Cirque du Soleil there. I saw USC play there. I saw the Lakers play there. Each is such a great experience because you're sort of wrapped like there's the game's under you, it's over you, it's around you, it's like you're there. It's like you're there. And every play comes to life. Every heart-pounding play you can see in shared reality. And Cosm is the future of sports and entertainment. You can do it now. The NBA Cup is coming up, including the Lakers versus San Antonio on Friday.
Did you mean to say the defending champion
I did forget to
Lakers
say that.
against
Yes.
San Antonio on Friday?
Love those words. You can use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA and get 20% off any NBA event in November. Again, exclusive discount code ESPNLA for 20% off. Get your tickets right now at Cosm.com. That's COSM, Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woo-hoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Max Bankman, I'm the new doctor. Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. I'm in.
From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive. She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay.
Dr. Odyssey. Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
When I pull up to the parking lot, it's time to level up. Dial in, showing out for your team. Listen up, get you some. I stand the fan to give you what you need. Fan fuel, game time. Turn up the intensity. Team colors bleeding out. 5-hour energy. For a limited time, get the fan fuel flavor at 5hourenergy.com.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
You might want to sing it note for note.
Don't worry. Rams lost last night, but you can still be happy because they're not out of it yet.
No, because they're in a really bad division, and someone has to win it.
Exactly.
Are they in a really bad division?
Yeah, who's the best team in the NFC West?
San Francisco just got back CMC. They have Debo.
They just don't have anything going. They almost lost on Sunday. They
right.
lost.
I think they're gonna now that Christian McCaffrey's back. I think they might start to get better.
I think they're kind of broke, personally. I think they're kind of broke, and I think Arizona is really
beatable. They're beatable. Yeah.
By the way,
it's San Francisco or the Rams
are going to win the division, not Arizona.
Arizona's in first place right now.
Yeah, I don't think Arizona's going to win
buying
that division. They're frauds.
All right, hey, it's time for the afternoon show. This is today. Hit the streets of East L.A. for a live broadcast and party at Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano, Kap, producer Lindsay Morales doing the show live from 3 to 6 with Lakers tickets, Kings tickets, USC tickets giveaway. Thanks to our friends at Stella Rosa. Live broadcast today from 3 to 6 in the afternoon at the Ramirez Beverage Center in East L.A. That's starting at 3 o'clock today. So I wonder if we would ever do this. Matt Eberflus is the embattled head coach of the Chicago Bears.
For now, yeah.
For the moment. Yeah, they fired the guy that I thought was going to revolutionize the offense, Shane Waldron. He got removed or fired today. So I wonder if we would ever do this. The Rams obviously had a rough night last night. Offensively, they really got nothing going. Now, I want you to listen to an exchange between Matt Eberflus and the radio guys that interview him and tell me if we would ever do something like this.
We got to pull those experiences.
Coach,
Coach, your cell phone's as bad as the offense right now. All right, we'll put them on hold and see if we can reestablish.
That is a rough comment, is it not? Your cell phone's as bad as your offense right now.
I mean, it'd be fair to do to McVay.
No,
I don't think McVay would care.
I don't think he would care.
I don't
either.
think he would care either.
He would laugh.
He would actually think it's funny. I don't know what Eberflus thinks because he is really in trouble there right now. But I love that they did
Matter of
that.
fact, I think McVay would say that to us.
Yeah.
He'd go, my cell phone's as bad as the offense right now. Yeah. But with Eberflus, I mean, Sean, there's zero chance of him getting fired. Eberflus might be. Although, is it Ryan Pace that's the GM there? Came out and said not only is he not firing him this year, he's not firing him next year.
That's
But if they don't win another game, he kind of has to, right?
Yeah, what they're doing is they're screwing up Caleb Williams. It's exactly what you guys all said when I went big on the Bears, which is Chicago's never developed a quarterback. It's an organization that's a mess. It's all that stuff. I thought Caleb Williams' sheer talent would be enough to overcome that, but clearly that's not the case, so I was wrong.
The thing with
Did I just accidentally say I was wrong?
Yes, you did.
You were right.
Can we cut that?
I let it be, and you brought it back.
Seriously, cut it.
So the one thing that I'm curious about, what will you guys think? We all agree that Mike McCarthy is probably out in Dallas,
Yes,
right?
I
They
think
don't
he's
have a
out.
quarterback. They're not winning. They're 3-6. It's a mess. Why not fire him now? You saw the Saints fired Dennis Allen and then got their biggest win of the year.
Right. Dead coach bounce.
Yeah. What's the point of – I mean, I'm not a big fire a coach in season, but if you know he's not coming back, you know it. You know that at the end of the year you're making a change. Why not do it now?
Because I think why do you want more? You're going nowhere. Doesn't matter who the coach is. You're not gonna win anything this year.
Right, but you could do what the Saints did. You could win a game.
But there's a level of total and complete disorganization that happens when you replace a coach midseason.
No,
I just think what's the point?
Or you get, as you just said, dead coach bounce.
Dead coach bounce. But don't you want a draft pick if you're Dallas now?
Maybe. And you can't admit that you're tanking.
But if you want to, you keep Mike McCarthy.
Okay. Speaking of the Saints, Brian, did you put that piece of sound in with Darren Rizzi, the Saints coach? Okay. So the new Saints coach, the guy who replaced Dennis Allen, is a guy named Darren Rizzi.
Yep.
So he won his first game, did his first post-game press conference Sunday after New Orleans beat Atlanta.
Yep.
And I want you to listen to how he starts it. And then tell me if you like his candor, that he's honest, or is this too much information? Here is Darren Rizzi, the interim head coach of the Saints.
All things must pass. The Mason and Ireland.
That's not it.
That's not it.
That's Morales.
Yeah, that's Morales. So
All things must pass. The Mason
I've got it, actually. I've got it here. Ready? This is it.
All things must pass. The Mason
Oh, no,
and
it's the wrong. I see. It's the wrong sound is on that button.
You just want to hear Morales saying all things must
Yeah,
pass over
Brian,
and over
see if
again.
you- See if you can pull it out of my email, okay?
All things must pass. The Mason
Yeah, okay, got it. Got it.
Playing it over and over
Yeah,
again.
you can keep playing Morales if you want, but no. So he basically, I'll paraphrase while Brian's looking for this. He basically came out and told a story about how he clogged the toilet in the head coach's locker room.
Yeah, I watched this video today.
And oh, you got it? Oh, here we go. Listen to Darren Rizzi.
No, man, I'm a pretty open guy, so this is how my day started. I get down here to the stadium, I get down here to Superdome, I go in the head coach's locker room, which, I've never used before, right? So here I am early in the morning, I go to the bathroom, and this is how my day started. I clogged the toilet. And I'm like, this is going to be a crappy day, pun intended. And so we listen. I'm like, okay, this is not really a great start to the day. Here we go. And so, I'm not really feeling like a head coach of an NFL team right now. So I'm like, really? This is really how we're going to start my day? So, listen, there was moments during the game. I'm so wrapped up in my routine. There was moments today where like I'm almost forgetting. I'm just going through my routine, and I'm kind of forgetting that I'm the head coach a couple times.
All right, so you like his candor or too much information?
I got to be honest. This is, in a lot of ways, his introduction to the world.
Yes.
people seeing him after a win. This
Yeah.
is like a glorious moment in his life and his
thinking
career.
the exact same thing.
And he talks about a dump.
He's now the clog the toilet guy.
Yeah, he's the clog the toilet
That's
guy.
his thing.
Why would you start with that? Here you could give credit to players
It's like
who
the
rallied
Hawk
and the
Tua
organization.
girl. She'll never be able to outrun that.
No, that's not the way you want to start.
If you clog the toilet, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Deal with it. Get the toilet unclogged.
Unless you're Cappy. And then
Yeah.
just tell the story as your icebreaker at 3:15. I love the ice. I always listen for the icebreaker segment. I always want to see what Cappy throws out
The
there.
most important thing?
It is. It is
It's
the most
usually
important
about
thing.
his bowel movements, too.
It is. A lot of it. Or a place where he has to
Or his
stop to go to the
underpants.
bathroom. Exactly. His underpants. All right. They're coming up, by the way. They're on location. So we got that. And we got Jacob and Ronnie coming in here.
Oh, for Game of Games. And it's Brian's game, which are always good.
And by the way, they're on location. They're at the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Lindsay Morales, all those guys will be out there with prizes and all kinds of stuff, so go see them. Game of Games is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Have you guys looked at how expensive it is to go on vacation? It's
Yeah.
insane. Maybe Mason's going on vacation next week. He's going to blow a bunch of money. But that's true.
Yeah,
We're on dog watch.
maybe not.
I'm here to tell you there is a place in Southern California called Terranea, Terranea, that is like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. It is the most spectacular resort anywhere in the state of California. And if you've never seen it, you got to go to this website and check it out. Terranea.com. Again, Terranea. This place is built on the cliffs of the Palos Verdes Peninsula, 102 acres, panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean and Catalina Island. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. You can watch dolphins and whales swimming from your hotel room. It's a one-of-a-kind joint. They have 8 different dining experiences, an oceanfront spa, an award-winning golf course, 4 swimming pools. I have sent countless people to Terranea, including almost everybody that works here. Greg Bergman, Steve Mason, the whole gang.
It's amazing.
Everybody
It's an amazing
says
place.
what he just said. He said, how did I not know about this? It's amazing. So check it out today. Ralph Grippo, the guy who runs Terranea, is the best hotel executive I know, and I know tons of them because I stay in hotels all the time. So go to Terranea.com. Check out what you can do, what you can afford, what you like, what you don't like, and set up your next vacation at Terranea. Terranea. Terranea.com.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI to watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Cappy. Get ready to smile every mile with Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Lease a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Limited for just $284 a month for 36 months with $39.95 due at signing. And if you're looking to sell your car, they'll pay you cash for it on the spot. Ocean Subaru off the 91 freeway. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. VIN S37011188. MSRP $36,558. Lease for 36 months, 10K miles. Plus tax, tag, title, and dock fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 11/20/2024.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is changing the game in pediatric heart care?
They've invented a cardiac stent that grows with the child, dramatically reducing the need for repeated surgeries. Imagine fewer hospital stays, less pain, and more time for kids to just be kids. Their heart transplant success rates are among the best in the country. When it comes to pioneering heart care that puts children first, CHLA isn't just leading, they're revolutionizing the field.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
FX's Grotesquerie.
This killer is someone who knows anatomy.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Detective, you have an entire family murdered.
Niecy Nash Betts.
The monster is out here!
Courtney B. Vance.
God knows what darkness we let in.
And Travis Kelsey.
There's no future after this.
FX's Grotesquerie. All new Wednesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Hear that? The sound of your antique fountain pen gliding across linen paper as you journal in the park. And if you were here, you'd be inspired by the warm breeze. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. And the wind in your face on the road is all the inspiration you need. So if you ride, get a quote and see if you could save with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Now that's inspiring. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. And Jacob Bimrani is here, fresh from SoFi Stadium, where I saw you last night. On the board, cheering everybody on. It's exciting when I get to see you up there. A lot of Call Jacob all over the infinity board at SoFi.
Yes, the Rams have definitely made me feel at home. Great partnership, and we're having a good time.
Yeah, and then tomorrow night you can see it at the Laker game. They do that on the Laker Jumbotron, too.
I mean, you're everywhere, Jacob.
Love it.
Jacob is the official partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. Yes.
All right, it's Brian Cohen's game. Brian always comes up with good games. What do we got today, Brian?
I got a little World Series, Honor of the World Series, Dodger Pets.
Okay. Dodger
Pets.
Let's check it out.
I'll give you a little background. So a couple days ago, Chelsea Freeman posted that they got a new kitten 3 days after winning the World Series from Stray Cat Alliance here in LA. So it's little Dodger pet names.
Okay.
All right, number one. So what is Freddie Freeman's new cat's name? Is it Salami, Slugger, or Champ?
Laura.
Let's go Slugger.
Greg.
Salami.
Mace.
Salami.
I'm going to go Champ. Jacob.
It would make sense to go with Champ, so I will do the same.
And you're glad you did. It is Champ.
Really? So I was looking for
they
weird.
They just won the title.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Gotcha.
Jacob and I are on the board.
Number 2 here. Blake Trinan and his dog were once featured in a ESPN short video special in 2016. What was his dog's name? Bane, Ace, or Max?
Greg.
Who was it for?
Blake Trinan.
Dame, Ace, or I'm going to go Ace.
Mace.
I am going to go Ace also.
Well, Ace would be a nickname for a star pitcher, so that makes sense to me. I'll go Ace. Jacob.
I will follow that lead.
Laura.
With the crowd, Ace.
Nobody got it.
Nobody got it.
Max.
Yeah.
Wow, that's normal.
All right.
Okay.
I guess they don't have to be weird.
I mean, it could be totally normal.
Number 3 here. Walker Bueller has 2 pups all over his and his wife's Instagram page. What was his first pup that he got in 2019? What is that pup's name? Is it Chocolate, Nola, or Daisy?
Mace.
Nola.
I'm going to go Daisy. Jacob.
I'm going to go Chocolate.
Okay, everyone's been taken. Laura?
I'm going to go Chocolate.
Greg.
Daisy.
It is Nola.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
got that one.
All right, so anybody else get that besides Mace?
No, I think just me.
Okay, so 1-1-1. Mason, Ireland, Jacob.
All right, we go. Number 4. Max Muncy, his pet cat and dog have a joint Instagram account that you could go and follow. What are their pets' names? Bailey and Jameson, Chip and Staley, Jax and Mia. Max Muncy.
I don't think he would name a pet Jax because it sounds too much like Max. What was the second?
Chip and Stanley.
I'll go with Chip and Stanley. Jacob.
I'm going to go with the Jacks.
Okay. Laura.
I'm going to go with, one's Bailey, right?
Bailey and Jameson.
That one.
Greg.
My brother's dog is named Jax, so I'm doing that one. Jax.
Yeah, Mia's too weird to put in there, so I'll say Jax and Mia.
It is Jax and Mia.
Hey.
Okay. So tell me who got that.
Greg, Mason, Jacob.
Okay, and Laura and I missed it?
That's it.
All right, Jacob and Mason take the lead. Greg, you and I are one back.
I'm looking for 2 in a row here, by the way.
Laura, by
Let's
the
go.
way.
Let's roll.
Muy good, Romo.
Let's
Yeah.
roll.
You're on a
here we go,
Romo
number
right
5.
now. No, you're on a Mace.
On a Mace.
Oh,
It's
that's
no
right.
longer a Romo. It's a full Mace.
That's true.
Kike Hernandez has 2 dogs. What are their names? Denver and Captain America, Callie and Indiana Bones, or Arizona and Bruce Wayne?
All right, Jacob.
I will go with Callie and what was it?
Indiana Bones.
Indiana Bones.
Laura.
I'm going to go with, let's go with that. Callie.
Okay, Greg.
Indiana Bones.
All right, Mace.
Yeah, 2 weird to make up. I'm going Callie and Indiana
When
Bones.
I got Reagan, my first dog, her name was at the shelter was Callie. So that's the only reason why I'm going with Callie. So did we all go with Callie?
I think we did, yeah.
And you are all wrong.
Oh,
it is
sorry.
Arizona and Bruce Wayne.
Arizona? Why Arizona? I
TK
wonder?
never played in
He
Arizona.
never played in Arizona.
That's why I
Don't know.
couldn't have
I don't even think he's from Arizona. He's not from Arizona.
I don't
Is
think
his
so.
wife
No.
from Arizona?
Maybe.
No.
All right, how many are left, Brian?
I got 4 left here.
Okay.
All right, the cat man himself, Tony Gonsolin, has 2 cats. Named what? Sandy and Scully, Dodger and Garbanzo, or Blue and Tigger?
Laura.
Dodger and Garbanzo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Greg.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. Dodger and Garbanzo.
Mace.
Dodger and Garbanzo.
I'm going to go Scully and what was the other one?
Sandy.
That which was Vin Scully's wife.
Correct.
So just in honor of Vin, even though I might be wrong, I'm going with that one. Jacob.
I will go with Dodger and...
Once again, nobody. It is Blue and Tigger.
Jeez.
Wow,
Blue
we stink at
and
this
Tigger,
game.
yeah.
All right, 3 left. I'll make the leaders go first. Go
stink
ahead,
worse.
Brian.
What is the score?
Yeah, Jacob and Mace have 2. You and I have 1, and Laura has 0.
And we're 2 left?
We're not exactly
That's
bringing
what I
this game
said.
to
I
its
stink
knees.
worse.
All
3
right,
left here.
2 left, Brian. Hey,
3
Laura,
left.
you're
still
you
not
got a
even out of
chance
it.
to get the Mace. All right, go ahead, Brian.
Not
All right,
out
Dustin May has a wiener dog. Name what? Scooby, Woody, or Frankie?
Mace.
Woody.
Jacob.
Frankie.
I'll go Scooby. Greg.
Woody.
Laura.
Oh, it is Woody.
Oh, it is Woody.
It is Woody.
Oh, Laura, did you actually
know
know
that?
it?
I did know
All right,
that.
so did
I just
anyone
figured like a
besides
wiener-
Laura get that?
Wiener dog. Yeah, I did.
Nope. Wiener dog.
All right,
Woody.
Laura's the only one. Okay, so there's
No,
one.
I got that one. Greg got it.
You did get it?
I did get it.
Okay. So Greg has 2, Jacob has 2, Mace has 2. Is this the last one?
I got 2 left.
All right, 2 left. All right, so okay, Jacob has to go first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Chris Taylor has the classic little dog, tiny little dog, big dog combination. What are their names? Char and Hendy, Peanut and Pepper, Spark and Kona.
I will go with Spark and Kona.
Greg.
Char and Hendy. That's just odd.
Okay, Mace.
I'm going the Char and the whatever that one was.
Hendy.
I need to make up a point here. I'm going Peanut and Pepper. Laura?
Yes, me. Peanut and pepper.
It is Char and Hendy.
All right, so
Yeah.
anybody besides Mace?
Greg.
All right, so Greg takes the lead with Mace. 1 left.
Sorry, Jacob.
1 left, yes.
Jacob.
Laura and I
I'm
are
behind.
out. And Jacob, you have to go opposite of these guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
All right,
you're in it.
still
You're
in it.
totally in it.
Still in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're in it, man.
You're in it.
Don't
you
worry.
have 2. They have 3.
Gotcha.
All right,
All right.
Brian, what's the last one?
Will Smith's oldest pet name or pet dog is named what? Hash Brown, Scout, or Pip?
Hash brown, Scout, or Pip?
Greg.
Hash brown.
Mace.
Hash brown.
Jacob, you either got to go Scout or Pip.
I'm going to go with Pip.
Brian?
You're glad you did. It is Pip.
Oh, 3-way
Jacob.
tie. Okay, you got a tiebreaker, Brian?
Yes, I do here.
All right, here we go.
All right, so as I first question, they got Freeman's Got Champ from the Stray Cat Alliance here in Los Angeles.
Yep.
How many cats did that organization take in last year here in LA? Total number of cats.
Total number of cats taken in by this shelter where Freddie Freeman got his cat.
Yes.
All right, Greg, what'd you go with?
Everybody ready to think something down?
Yeah, Jacob, you got one?
Yeah.
3,254.
3,254. Mace, what'd you write down?
2,000 on the nose.
2K. Jacob?
300.
300. Brian, what's the answer?
1,974.
Wow, Mace!
Almost right
Nice
on
job,
the nose.
Mace.
My day.
Didn't you win the other day, too?
I
You have
won
two now?
yesterday. Yeah, I've got 2 today.
What is happening?
I told you I was going to apply myself.
He said he's going for 2 for 2.
Exactly. I'm applying myself. I'm normally so bad, but I decided, this month, November.
And tomorrow you got another chance because it's Michael's
Another
game.
chance, yeah.
But it was also a pet game.
Correct.
and
That's
you're
kind of
very
in my
good at
wheelhouse.
that,
You're
so,
right.
I mean,
although I had no advanced knowledge
No,
of
we
any
got
of
it.
these
We got
pets.
it.
So, Greg, they're doing a remote. Are we doing Supercross time?
Yes.
Are
Yeah,
they,
yeah,
Are
we're
they
doing
ready?
always. Well, wait. Let's.
Well,
let's
I'm just gonna
oh, you want to
Jacob,
hang out?
Stick around.
Sure. Yeah, hang
There's
out.
nobody coming in studio.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
All right. Let's hit the super stager.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Kap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There he is. Cappy and Sedano are on the road today doing a live show. Guys, describe where you are.
Great
Because
job, Mace, as
I
usual.
can't find it in my notes. Tell
we
me
are at
where
the
you are.
Ramirez Beverage Center in Boyle Heights, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. And way back when, before there were Bevmos and Total Wine, when you planned a family party in the
This was
Southland,
the spot.
This was where you came for to get exotic alcohol. Cappy has already taken pictures with many items and artifacts inside the store.
Oh, nice.
Including, I took a picture of me and Snoop a Loop, and I'm about to
Well,
post
because he's
it.
got his own stuff.
And then, but I think in this case he was just wearing like all of his Corona gear.
Yeah.
But I
La vida más fina.
see. And I just took a picture with Snoop.
That wasn't Snoop. That was Stevie Wonder.
No, that wasn't Stevie Wonder. That
Are
was
you
Snoop.
the one that's blind?
No, it was Snoop. Snoop a Loop. I'll
Oh,
show you the
Snoop a
picture.
Loop,
You
okay.
determine for yourself.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I want to try and hook up with Snoop because I told you guys I'm going over to Amsterdam like the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Right.
And apparently Snoop's got his own coffee shop.
Oh, does it?
Like
as
in Amsterdam.
coffee shops, as they call them, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we know
It's a
what he's
hash
doing.
bar.
It's a
Right,
hash
and that's
bar,
what-
yeah.
Right, so I figured I'd hook up with Snoop before I go.
Yeah.
Let him know I'm going to go over there.
Okay.
Do some social from there.
Yeah.
You
should go to his bowl game in Arizona.
Really?
He's got a bowl game in
Does he
Arizona.
have his own bowl game now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy can
What's
do
it called?
anything.
I don't remember which one. I mean, there's a million of them.
It's
so
not
I
the
don't-
Snoop a Loop Bowl?
No,
Hey,
it's not.
by the way,
But he does have his own in
I wanted
Arizona.
to mention something real quick. Game
Which,
game.
by the way, is weird, real quick, because Gronk has the LA Bowl.
Yep.
And Gronk played at Arizona and is from Arizona. And
Snoop is an LA guy.
got his bowl game in Arizona, and he's from LA.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Hey, Game of Games was brought to you by calljacob.com. Remember, if you're involved in any kind of accident, you want Jacob. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And by the way, Jacob is hanging out for Super Crosstalk today.
Oh, wow.
He's
Jacob,
here with
how are
us,
you?
yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man, listen. You need. I want to see more dancing from you. That's all I want to see. Okay. I saw you on the jumbotron at the first Laker game. I've seen you now in these commercials. You are a dancing machine, Jacob and Ronnie.
You know, I think everybody's got a hidden talent. And
Yours
that's
is doing this.
That's something that I was hiding for a long time,
This
but
is
I
a
do
gift.
appreciate the compliment.
Let it out. Yeah, let it out. Let the world see it.
Yeah. I
Gabby's
saw him
got a
last
lot of
night.
hidden talents. We're still searching for them.
Yeah,
All
no,
the
they're
waving,
hidden.
all the
Yeah,
waving in the world
them
wouldn't
out
have
one
saved
by
the
one.
Rams last night.
None of it could have saved the Rams last night. But before we get to the Rams,
Yeah.
what is the issue with Christopher? Everybody's tweeting at me that you've been saying
Apparently,
stuff
it's a
about
bigger
Christopher.
issue with Lindsay, I think. I don't know.
Oh, with Lindsay?
No, no.
I don't know.
Somebody.
Yeah, I guess I was catching strays too.
I don't think they were strays.
Oh, they were directs.
Really? No. We played a
Go
clip.
ahead, Mace, tell us.
We played a clip.
You guys have been using it as a show prep for the entire show,
No,
apparently. So go
no,
ahead.
we actually haven't. We
I've
played
heard
it.
some of it.
We played it at 1 and reacted to it at 1.
And then this whole hour you've been talking.
Play it again. I want to hear it. I wasn't listening.
you were with us.
Do we play it
were
again?
Doing the show together.
Do we need to?
No, I'm saying, but I didn't hear what they played
Oh,
today because
they
I was.
played-
It was the
so,
clip of all of us.
So
from
when
last
I
week.
was gone, I got a tweet that concerned me. It said I tuned into 710 ESPN Los Angeles for the first time in a while, and they just unloaded on Venice Mace. That should have been kept in house. If it was a bit, it was a poor choice. So my thought was, okay, so what the hell happened on Live Imaging Tuesday last
Oh
week?
yeah, we laughed about that tweet when it came across on the air.
Yeah, I wonder was there something said that was out of the ordinary or over the top? We kind of concluded that it wasn't.
It wasn't. There was a call. Actually, no, it wasn't from Tuesday, was it?
It was from Live Imaging Tuesday this past week.
Well,
when I
just
wasn't
play
here.
the clip and then we can remember.
I think it was from Wednesday. Actually,
It was when Greg was.
It was
there.
from Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, it was when Greg was there.
Yeah,
Now I'm starting
Thursday.
vaguely to remember
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And Greg was very, very, very scared to say a word.
He stood back.
I laid down, I put my feet up, and I was just letting you guys go.
And
I'll
Lindsay
repeat the crux of it. We
called
don't need
us
to play it.
old.
No, play it. I want to hear it.
And Morales
It's
called
easier
us
to just
old.
Talk about it that way. I didn't call you old. I said the issue was I remember being in there that day. We were doing engineering stuff, and there was a call that said Mason and Ireland are better when they're together.
Yes,
which is common
absolutely,
sense.
100%.
And you jumped in and said absolutely right, as though we keep you apart. And that
No,
was
the
my
Lakers keep us apart.
No, they don't.
Yes,
don't
they
blame
do.
John.
John,
No,
no,
don't blame John. John
I'm
does
not.
more
I'm not
shows
blaming
on the road
John.
than
He's got an
anybody.
additional job
Well,
that prevents him from doing
Well, maybe George.
a bunch
No,
of shows.
See, but I knew this was what you were going to do.
What?
You take tons of times off, which is okay. It's in your contract.
I did
but
50
don't act
straight
like it's
shows and then
John's
took
fault.
2 days off.
John does more shows on the road, goes out of his way, him and George, to
What?
do shows
We're
on
not
the road.
debating John. That has nothing to do with this. I'm just pointing out that
immediately made the
when it's
Lakers.
Mason,
Can we play the
when
clip
it's
so-
Mason,
just so I can know
play
what the hell we're
friggin'
talking
clip.
about?
Go ahead, Brian. I don't care.
Mason and Ireland today. What happened?
Yeah,
It's hard to listen to.
I saw Mace today, and it made my
This sounds
stomach
horrible. This
turn.
sounds like it's off the internet.
Will you shut up so I can hear it?
Really? And there's this shtick. Really? What's the shtick? Then he was in one of my offices in my way earlier. I need to look at something, and he's prepping in there.
Why
with
did he
Laura.
come to the meeting that I came to today?
Exactly. You know, they care about the.
Was he in the video?
No.
Yes,
Yes,
he was in the video. He was in the video. I was at the meeting. He was in the video.
But it wasn't.
Wait, so who was it? So Cappy was the only one not in the video?
No. Travis, Mace, and you were in the video.
Right, but I was the only one in the meeting.
But you know, we have to prove to everybody at GKB that we cater to that audience, the older audience, with Mason's picture there, the senior citizens.
Oh, yeah, I do remember
Remember
that
when
now.
I worked on their show and I wasn't allowed to mention that they were old and you
No.
yelled at me for it?
The Muppet Show thing. They didn't
That
like
is
that.
true.
Oh my
That's
God!
very
Let me tell
true.
you something. What the whole? I mean, they used to hate. I used to do that all the time to them. And John actually didn't care. Mason
John
was the one that.
John doesn't care about
Mason was the one that would go nuts when I would
Oh
say
yeah,
that
he would.
stuff.
And I'm just giving him a hard time.
He's okay
'cause
now.
They haven't been together in a while. And it was
No, Mason is a lot more chill. these
Well, no.
days.
Here's the thing. They put on a caller today that goes, "Hey, you know, I just want to say the show's better when it's Mason and Ireland." And Mace goes, "You're absolutely right. You guys are the ones taking time off. It's not." And Mason looked at proclaimed like it's some military general somewhere that said, "You guys take
Ireland without Mason and Ireland."
Right. That's what they said. It's like, then stop taking so much time off. John's on the road working, but Mace, you took 2 days off for what? Oh,
Yeah, what did he take him off for? Did something happen?
they're in my
since August.
Come on, really?
It was management.
I mean, I'm doing shows from the shower, and these guys can't come in to do.
That's
do a
true.
radio show from the
True.
shower.
That is true.
It's fine. Take all the. Listen, they have been on for 20 years. They are the heartbeat. I like Greg's just
I like
put his
this
feet
part.
back.
Greg is going to have nothing to do with this because if he
Oh, no,
says
nothing.
anything,
Yeah.
he'll get reamed tomorrow.
They are the heart and soul of this radio station. No
See
doubt.
that?
They
Heart
are.
and soul guys, George.
But don't sit there and play to your audience. Yeah, you're right. Mason and Ireland's better when it's together. That's your choice, not our choice.
Okay, there you have it.
So wait a second. So Morales is claiming that you claim that Colin Powell and General Patton are keeping you off the air.
Where'd you come up with Colin?
Well, he said the
Powell
generals.
and-
He said some generals.
I haven't heard
Generals
Colin
came up
Powell's
with-
name in a long time, not since WMD.
Yeah, there you go.
Came up with Colin Powell
And General Patton, of
and
course.
General Patton.
Well, those are the two most famous
You didn't come
generals
up
I
with
can
like
think
Norman
of.
Schwarzkopf?
Oh, Schwarzkopf would work too.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So we kind of
He's
blew
not
it
alive
up into
anymore,
a.
Schwarzkopf? I
We
don't
kind
think
of
so.
blew it up into
Did
a
you
big
kill him?
thing. It was a
I may
funny
have.
bit.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
Schwarzkopf was a tough
Lindsay
guy.
calling us old. You guys calling us old. I'm a
No, no, I said
59-year-old
I was-
man.
No, but what I said was true. You were very uptight about it back then. Now I said it right there. I said, you've become way more chill.
Yeah, I don't really care anymore.
I did make the Waldorf and Stantler the
No, that
Muppets
was a big
guys
thing.
joke.
I remember I had
and
to
I
tell her
got
to
yelled
stop.
By
at.
the way, Norman Schwarzkopf, he died in 2012, so
Oh.
he has been gone.
Hail fellow won that.
Final.
Good thing. I mean, bad thing. Good thing I didn't kill him.
No.
Good thing he was actually
Correct.
dead.
See,
Yes,
Lindsay,
but
what
terrible.
we
RIP.
did was because we're I'm 59 years old. I'm a 59-year-old man now. We brought in older people, Pepe and Michael, to make us
To make you
give us a
younger.
younger vibe.
Makes sense.
That's why we have those guys in. They're Waldorf and Statler now.
Yes.
They are. They kind of are, though.
Very smart move, Skinny. Very
So
smart
now that
move.
you've heard the sound twice, Mace, what's the issue?
It was just a bit. That was fine. You do your
See?
thing. You
See?
do you.
See?
I don't care.
See?
But
It's
you did
just
a whole
bit.
clip saying that you kicked Lindsay off the show.
I did say Lindsay's off the show. Yeah, I said we didn't get along and she should go back to Cleveland. I did say
Because
that.
she pointed out when the content wasn't good. You didn't like
Right.
that.
She has pointed out that I'm old.
I mean, that's true, right?
What?
She used to point out too much for your good. She would point out when the show was a little soft and wasn't good.
Yeah,
You didn't like that.
no, that's why we shipped her to afternoons.
Okay. She does the same on this show. It's just it doesn't come up as often. But
Yeah, I get you.
yeah.
Yeah. Her and Cappy just go at it.
No,
Yeah,
her and
they
Cappy
do.
hate each other.
Jacob
anymore.
and Ronnie, what do you think, Jacob?
At least not lately, right?
Jacob,
We're
Jacob
on a
and
good
Ronnie
streak
stayed
right
for
now.
Supercross Talk. Jacob, what do you
no,
think
listen,
of what's going
Jacob,
on?
You get the underbelly of what goes on around here.
I-
Not that you didn't know already because you listen all the time and you're around all the time, but now you hear it and see it
Right,
and feel
but I do have to say, I've been listening. I don't know if I laugh. I don't know if I stay quiet.
Right, cringe.
Jacob's looking at me with with a smile on his face, like, am I supposed to like this? Am I supposed to feel bad? Am I supposed to
You know
defend
what,
somebody?
Jacob? You know what, Jacob? The audience loves this.
They do love this stuff.
This is the
great.
thing they love the most. I was actually telling Cappy the other day. I said, you know what's happened to our place? We've all gotten soft. We're all too nice to each other. We
You
need to
think
start
so?
being mean again to each
Yeah, I
other.
don't think so.
Jacob, you should adjudicate. That's a legal term.
Thanks, Cappy.
Just,
Yes.
You should adjudicate, like, as you hear this now. Like,
But the last time we did a trial, that guy quit. So what are we going to
Oh,
do now?
that's true. That guy just left and did his own thing.
wow, that
After
is
the
true.
Now
trial.
he's doing like a boxing bit at the beginning of his videos.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
wow. You're going to take shots at him?
Taking
Well, this is the
shots.
question. I mean, Jacob, you hear this. I mean, is Chris guilty of taking unnecessary shots at Mace in Ireland? Or on the other hand,
Now be careful, Jacob. Remember, all the other stations you advertise on, they're firing everybody. So we're
Right.
like your only hope.
But Jacob Morani is my official legal partner. Jacob, what do you think?
So I do have to say, I was looking at Mace's face as we heard that one more time, and there's no question about the fact that he is very chill about it.
Yes.
Because he had a big smile on his face, and it didn't really matter.
Because he knows he's on camera,
And-
Jacob.
No, it really is
Hey,
funny.
You know, I will tell you that. I mean, I was sitting here saying to myself, does this happen? Is it not happening? I'm looking at Greg over there. I'm looking at John over here. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to
You
do?
didn't know how to react.
I did not, but I do have to tell you that it's fun to see you guys go at each other.
Yeah.
I
It's
think,
part of the fun.
I think as an audience, the great thing about each of your personalities is that each of your personalities make the station
Which of
unique.
us do you think is the coolest?
Coolest in what sense?
Like,
Yeah,
like
really,
super,
define cool.
super
I mean,
cool. Like,
yeah.
you know,
well,
like
none of us. It would be the right.
Like, those are really cool.
Who in
But
this-
for like perspective of my life, I
Young
think John
D.
is the coolest. He's a country club member. That's what I would want.
now that to me that's cool in a certain way, but not in other ways. Like, you know,
And then
cool.
Cappy would be cool number 2 because he's done more drugs than I have.
He has.
I would say if
He
we
might
were,
be on drugs right now.
He could be.
I'd
Fair
say
point.
if we were
Hey,
going
Chris
to
Ward just
Vegas,
showed
If we were going to Vegas,
I'd say if we're going to Vegas, this group of everybody that's talking right now would be a trip.
yeah, it would be a trip.
This would be a great trip.
Would be a trip. Hey guys,
don't
what
we
do you
do
got
that? Why
going
don't we
on
do that
out
trip?
there?
why don't we make that trip?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's
Jacob
do
and
it.
I were in Las Vegas a month and a half ago.
That's right.
Well,
So-
I want to say one thing as far as what's going on out here today, Mace. I have a concept that I'd like to run by everybody.
Okay, run away.
You know, like 2 blocks down Olympic is Marisco's Jalisco Taco Truck. You know?
Yes.
And I'm thinking that what we might want to do is get Crypto Ray and Chris Ward, the 2 dudes in one pod.
Are they both there?
They're both here.
Good.
I may want to dispatch them as reporters down to Marisco's Jalisco. And then they can call in and talk about the menu, and then we can make an order, and that could be like our first part of our taco tour tonight, is Marisco's Jalisco.
Okay, that sounds
Now,
like
have you
a
guys
good
ever-
plan.
Have you guys ever had Marisco's Jalisco
I have not.
taco
I have
truck?
not. Is it a
Okay, 'cause
world famous taco truck?
It is.
Yes.
Beto and I have gone to the Marisco's Jalisco in downtown L.A.
Okay.
and this one is right here on Olympics. So I think because we're going to taco tour tonight, right, fellas?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to and we're looking at like Don Cuco.
Don Cuco.
See?
Which is a little off of Whittier Boulevard.
Okay.
Famous Pep Boys.
And then the Pep Boys
On
location,
Olympic.
right? So I think.
So wait a minute, you're leaving there and going to places, or you're
Well, no,
having
after
people
the
run to
show.
get stuff? Oh, after the
No,
show. Got it.
When the show is over, we're going to caravan.
Because Cappy and I are at the East Central tonight.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
In the same room.
Shacking up?
I hope so.
Room 420.
Let's do it.
420.
That's right. That's the one with
Speaking
the
my
couch.
Is that where
language.
Chris Ward going to join you later?
Chris
in room
Ward, you want to
420?
come
Chris
to the
Ward's
E?
going to be there.
If he wants to look at it, I can't.
Hey, by the way,
Anyway,
you mentioned
show
Chris
it to him?
Ward.
Yeah,
Chris
for a
Ward
few
was Listener of the Year this past Mandy's, right?
Yes, he
And
was,
before
yeah.
that, it was Ray.
Right.
Yes.
So
And
next
they've
year,
joined forces.
next year, I think it should be Radio Michael fan.
Well, no. First of all, you don't make that decision.
No,
Second of all-
I'm campaigning for him the same way
Oh.
I've campaigned
Chris
for Chris
Ward
Ward.
won the vote.
Yeah.
Chris won the vote.
The popular vote?
No, he won the.
And the Electoral College.
Yeah,
And
we
did he
all
win the
battleground
Electoral
states?
College? Yeah, he carried
them
in
both.
Wyoming.
No, Chris Ward won the voted on. The other, John Ferris, won.
Oh,
Fan of the
that's
Year.
right. That's right.
That's decided by us. But
Yeah, that's
the
the
other
same.
one.
The other one is
Radio
open.
Michael could potentially win that. Yeah, although he's a gutless little worm.
He's not a gutless
You know, he
worm.
posts all this stuff.
There's
thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna
nobody
get
that
people in
likes the
trouble."
station more than
Who's that?
Radio Michael fan.
Radio Michael.
Radio Michael does like to be a little instigator.
Yeah,
I like
he's a
it.
little instigator.
Yeah,
I
I
had
love
to
it.
email him to like, hey, dude, take that down. Like that's. I don't want Cappy in that light, or I don't want so and so in that light.
What did I do?
Well, you know, just
I mean,
be-
you do a lot.
It'll
Yeah,
be stuff
but
that
what
if,
did I do in this case?
here's the key. It'll be stuff that our social media team doesn't post because out of context it could get us in trouble.
Oh,
right,
really?
right.
Which
Like-
with you happens a lot.
Like
Right.
if there's a 15-second clip of you mounting me,
Yeah.
out of context that doesn't make any sense.
Correct. Actually, in context, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, we get through
Fair
it. though.
point.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: we've got tickets to give away all day here,
Nice.
all afternoon. We've got tickets for the Kings versus Detroit, USC women's basketball versus Santa Clara,
Kings and wings.
Kings versus the Kraken.
Oh,
We've got
Nice.
Lakers Magic tickets, football tickets for Saturday, USC Nebraska, and USC men's basketball versus San Jose State. All of those events in the month of November. You got to get here, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard, Ramirez Beverage Center. And of course, we are here because of Lindsay's great endorsement.
Yeah.
Our friends at Stella Rosa making
Yes.
it a celebration wins.
Mace, before we move on
Yes.
and you guys run for the day, it felt like a rough go yesterday for the Ramley
was a
and
terrible
the folks
night.
at SoFi.
Terrible
I mean,
night.
just you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, couldn't do anything. The offensive line, they made changes on the offensive line. It didn't work. Jonah Jackson came back from injured reserve. So did Steve Avila, and the offensive line just fell apart. Joe Newcomb at tackle is a disaster with Rob Havenstein out. Jonah Jackson could not snap the ball in a clean way to Matthew Stafford on a
rough.
consistent basis.
That was a winnable game.
4 sacks, 5 quarterback hits. They were on him all night, but he didn't have a good night.
No.
On top of that, he had no good night. And there was one particular play, I don't know if you guys saw this, where they had a chance to score, and Kyron Williams was wide open at the goal line.
Oh yeah. I mean, we saw the game.
And he
Killed me.
whizzed the ball through the back of the
Oh,
end
my
zone.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Mace,
that was
but
a
let me ask you a quick
critical
question.
Yes.
Let me
They
ask you this.
highlighted the thing like 6 times during the replay.
Oh, see,
was
I don't know.
surprised,
I don't
though.
know that that's a
I
big
know,
deal
I'm just saying,
necessarily
but
while
it-
I'm at the game.
I know, but it's on every. It was on every like highlight reel
Got it.
in
Okay.
America.
But I
Okay.
was surprised by one thing, which was this: the sound inside the stadium.
There was a lot of Dolphin fans there.
Listen, I don't think there were that many Dolphin fans that go to Dolphin games in Miami.
Can I be
what
honest?
was the deal?
I
last
don't.
night?
Well, I went to the Charger game they had a couple years ago at Sunday night, and there were a ton of them there
Okay,
too.
so I go to all the games. I will acknowledge that when San Francisco is there, place goes red.
Yeah.
It's all red.
No question. When
Wow,
the Raiders
that's a
were
big
there,
admission by you.
place went
When
black.
Cowboys are there, it's all
Cowboys
blue.
there,
Mace, I
all
have a
Cowboys.
question for you.
The
Yes.
Packers,
Can I just finish this?
Vikings.
Let me finish this thought. Last night was not that big a Dolphin crowd.
It was loud.
Oh, they were
It
loud.
sounded like it. on
It was
TV.
were
loud.
loud, yeah.
We were loud. Rams fans were very loud when Tua had the ball in the offense. But I actually call that.
Didn't seem to bother their offense though.
I mean, they didn't exactly light up the world.
They won the game.
They did
They're
win.
a 2-win team.
But I will.
Two-win team.
But
walked in there on Monday
I'll
Night
say
Football
I
and
don't
beat down
think.
the Rams.
Yeah, but
I
those
don't
teams are
think
similar in a lot
it
of ways
was
right now.
a dominant Dolphin crowd. I think it's probably 65-35 Rams.
I mean,
And I'll be honest.
for a
I'm-
Dolphins.
I mean,
crowd
I'm
is
trying
pretty
to be-
impressive
Well,
on
it's
the
been the
road.
Colts, you know what I mean, or the Texans.
Jacob,
or,
you were there.
South
What-
Carolina.
Jacob was there.
was a
Jacob,
fan
what do you
fan.
think?
I was there. I mean, I have to say,
Pre-Dan Marino.
there may not have been a lot of them, but they were very loud. I felt the Dolphin fans were loud. I mean, every time I would hear a roar and I would look up, I was like, I thought we did something right. And
Right.
I look up and it was really them.
Yeah, I thought generally speaking last night was a better night for Rams fans than it was for Dolphins fans, certainly. But it was a better night
mean
for
in terms of more
showing
of them.
up.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was
that's
better
what it's
for
supposed
Dolphin
to be.
fans in the end. Yeah, it is. Well, it's not necessarily the way it is here.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. Well, with them, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Mace, do you ever get confused by the fact that there's a guy in the team named Note Boom and a guy named Rose Boom? Because I feel like that's confusing to me.
That is confusing. That is
Isn't it?
one had an interception
boom.
and the other one
Out
was
go the
terrible.
lights.
Yeah, Rose Boom
They
was
kept
awesome.
saying their names last night, and I was like, oh, which one is? Oh, wait. Oh, it was just
Yeah,
very
Christian
confusing to me.
Roseboom, Joseph, Joe Noteboom. Yeah, so that is confusing.
Double
Lynch.
boom.
78-4, John. 78-4.
Why not?
Jacob Barani, thanks for hanging out. I don't know if you knew what you were getting into.
This was
Nice,
awesome.
Jacob. Good work out of you,
Jacob.
I got to get to my car and hear the hijinks. Sedano, Kap, Morales, Lindsay, all live and on the road, giving away stuff. Get out there.